Not too bad. Yeah,
The zombies are
been
coming.
opening the windows during the day because it gets too hot, and then closing the windows before bed because it gets too cold.
Oh. Yeah, we haven't done a test run of our heaters. We probably should.
Yeah, we need to buy some new air filters.
Uh-huh.
My dad just always did that, so it's like imprinted in my soul. Change temperatures in the house, you gotta change air filters. Like, okay, whatever.
I mean, it makes sense.
All the things my dad could have taught me, he taught me how to change air filters. Like, thanks, Dad.
The zombies are coming.
Ooh, pardon me.
The zombies are coming.
Mm-hmm.
We got props today, guys.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into our Sunday D&D. We are back with everybody. This is our finale of the Halloween one-shot that we started last time we were together. But before we started out, announcements as always. All streams for 2024 are Extra Life streams. You can click that little link that pops up in chat and donate. And that is going to lead us into this coming Saturday, November 2nd. We will be doing our Extra Life Game Day stream. Shebe and I will be playing State of Decay 2. It will be open to anyone who is friends. You can join, come and go. If you are a streamer, we are letting you stream. Come have fun. And if you just want to come watch and see the chaos and shit, because we are going to be playing on Dread Zone. So it'll be a little harder for people, but I mean, Dread Zone's not that hard. I just did a complete no base, one survivor run, killed all the play cards by myself. So if I can do it, we can all do it together.
He tortured that poor lady.
Oh, she was nearly dead by the end of it. She had no stamina, no health, and was like 5 minutes away from becoming a zombie by the time she finished it all. But she did it, and now she's resting peacefully.
Yeah.
So, also, all streams for this week up until October 31st, we are still raising money for CS MOTT Children's Hospital up in Michigan. So you can also click the link that pops up in chat for that. And you can donate to another great cause. Let's see here. I do have the announcement for the horror week that I am doing this week, starting tomorrow all the way through Friday. Different horror game on each stream. So there'll be no State of Decay until Saturday. The schedule is up on the Discords, the Twitters, the Facebooks, all of those happy places. Anything for you?
I was still trying to maintain regularity. I was out of town last week, so didn't get a stream in, but I'll hopefully get one going Tuesday.
Add a little more fiber to your life, then you'll be good.
Yeah, gotta get that balance in there.
Gotta get that balance right.
Right.
Well, make sure you guys, if you aren't following follow as, and if you have your notifications on, make sure you have them on so you can see when he's on. See, I don't have notifications on any of my devices because if I did, they would never shut up.
Exactly.
Like I have too many things that I follow, too many like news announcements for gaming and all that like my phone would just be constantly bang. My computers would be blowing up. It'd be a giant pain in the ass. So it is Halloween week. So any big plans for you two?
We're kind of bah humbuggy on the Halloween thing locally. Sometimes we go to a friend's house and just hang out with them, drink cider, and eat their candy. But that's
I
about
like
it.
to drunkenly hand out candy to kids.
Yeah.
That's my
Mm,
holiday goal this year.
Compliment their costumes.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a good thing. Have we not? Is your screen messed up? Because we're live on our screen. No,
Uh,
Shaybay's
you got on
phones.
mine.
Yeah, so
You guys are still live.
yeah. Well, she said her phone was having it still on the starting soon screen, but
Oh, mobile sometimes doesn't
yeah.
do the things.
Yeah, see,
Just making sure.
we're up on the things, some of the bobs. So there you go. Now we will be handing out candy for the 2 hours that we are allowed to in this town.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, our trick or treat time is from 5:30 p.m. till 7:30 p.m.
That's
Huh.
weird.
Yeah.
Not even dark, huh?
Yeah, well.
It's darkish now because daylight saving times doesn't happen until the
Yeah.
Sunday after Halloween. But
Right.
still, when I was a kid, we would start trick or treating like 6 o'clock and go till midnight.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like we still get kids that are cruising the neighborhood at like 10, and it's just like, oh, okay.
Right. I
Yeah,
think the
no.
last time we passed out candy, I spent something like $120 on candy,
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
and kids were just showing up in pajamas and stuff, and I was kind of like, "This isn't
Hmm.
it. I want kids in
That would
Spider-Man
have been like
outfits."
mid 2008 to about 2012 range, I'm betting.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Because yeah, there was this period where all kids wore for their Halloween costume was pajamas, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, I was like, way to
Yeah.
go.
At least
Like,
Why?
dump
get
at
get
least
I,
dump
I
fake
just dropped
blood
off.
all over yourself.
Right. Do
Yeah.
something. And then
We
see, yeah, I'd give those kids like a sucker or whatever, and then the
Yeah, it's
kid
like,
come
you
up in
know,
a
you
full
don't get to pick
costume. We're
what
hey,
you
like, here
want.
you go,
Tootsie
kid. You get
Rolls.
the whole barrel. Like,
I
Mhm.
like Tootsie Rolls, but yeah, no, that's when you have two different candy bins. You have the
yeah,
good shit, and then you have the fuck you, here's a fucking
right.
peanut.
The
Circus
fruity
peanuts,
Tootsie
Peanuts out
asshole.
of
Rolls.
a car that your friend dropped you off in. You're not even walking the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, well,
bro,
that's it.
that's not
No.
working.
Nope. We get a lot of little kids in superhero costumes. We had one, it's a little girl. One year she was Pikachu, and the next year she was Eevee. I'm waiting to see what she'll be this year.
Yeah,
So, but yeah.
that and we're surrounded by churches, so trunk or treats are now the thing that all the kids
Oh yeah,
do.
we got
So
Yeah.
we got a church down the street too that's gonna be doing that. And I hate those things.
hmm
Yeah. I know why they do it, but at the same time, it's just, this kind of sucks because it's like, oh, I wanted to see kids and like
right.
costumes and creativity.
Yeah,
Oh
safe
well.
for my ass. Uh-huh. Yet we tell children all the time, hey, don't take when a stranger in a car comes and says, hey, I got candy in the trunk, you run. But except for
Right.
Halloween, you run right up
Yeah.
to that trunk and jump right in it.
And
Yeah.
Halloween, it's
Bye.
all okay. Like, no, no.
No, that's why we go around the houses and knock on the door.
Yeah.
Don't go in the house. Number one rule.
Mm-mm.
So, all right. Well, let's do a little bit of recap. We are doing a Halloween themed one shot here. You guys have accepted a quest from the inn and exited through the door of the inn and found yourselves on top of a mountain. You are with the doctor, a plague doctor looking character who, upon you guys discovering you're on top of a mountain, pulled out of his bag a magic carpet. You all climbed aboard the magic carpet and slowly descended down the mountain. As you did, you saw in the distance there is a village off to the side. There's a river that kind of goes by it. Um, Trees are all, it is very autumn, so the trees are all orange and yellows and reds. You did see some smoke coming from chimneys further off in that village. As you guys landed down on the outskirts of the village, not right next to it, but in the woods a little bit away. You descended, and that was where we ended. So as you guys descend, you all disembark the carpet. And the doctor, with a snap of his finger, it rolls up and he crams it back into his bag and it just disappears into the bag.
He's got one of them.
Fun, fun little carpet there.
So, you guys are all here in the outskirts of the woods. I'll turn this just a little, is it the right way? You guys are out here in the outskirts, just the woods. As you guys are coming up, there is a well right at the front of the town. And you can see further back, there are houses, probably about 30, 40 houses. Um, all of them kind of that brick and wood combination construction, like stones and brick, very European 1600 style village. Um, there are no paved roads, not even like gravel road. It is all still dirt roads. You can see the ruts where like wagons have passed through. You do hear the noises of a village ahead of you, people talking as they walk around. You can smell, things cooking and all that. So far, nothing seems out of the ordinary at this little village that you've been brought to.
Hmm.
What would you guys like to do?
Well, Tersel's 100% got PTSD from all the crap we've been through over the last year, so he's gonna be like, "Well, this is cute. Where's the bad stuff at?" Like, and kind of be like super,
Yeah.
like looking around corners, like, okay,
I
and
don't see any zombie children
he'll
yet.
follow the doc if he's leading us somewhere.
All right. And what were you going to do there, Sarah?
I was going to just ask the doc what's going on.
You can't tell if he's looking at you or through you as he has the plague mask on. Um, he just kind of stares off and addresses you and everyone, but yet no one at the same time. Uh, this is the calmest this village has been for the last, 30 years. It's just definitely been cursed. I haven't been able to figure out what that curse is. And that's why you were here.
Have you guys been cleaning? Like, doesn't
Yeah.
seem all that distressed out here. Like, did you guys clean for us? Is this some kind of like Olympic greeting? Like, you guys pushed all the dead bodies behind the rugs or something?
He chuckles and is like, I think it would be best if you just explore the village. My humble building is towards the very north of the village. Look for the giant oak tree. And with that, he kind of just wanders off.
They've been acting weird, but it doesn't explain what weird means.
Thanks. Thanks, sir.
So yeah, he just kind of wanders off. You guys do get the sense that he's maybe a little absent-minded, definitely very eccentric, and just kind of does what he needs to do. He's there.
He's been trying the secret sauce. Got to make sure the potions are all working as intended.
Eating some of
Those,
those
it was
mushrooms
those
in the
cocaine
woods.
concoctions he's tried out over the years.
Right.
So So you guys are standing now at the edge of this village. It is a little before noon. The sun is kind of crescent over the village, but it is filtered in because there is a forest all around this. And it is very dense forest. Lots of like oaks and maples. And like I said, the leaves are all changing. You see them falling. Occasionally a breeze will come by and you'll see the leaves move.
So it's absolutely beautiful.
Yes, overall it's a very picturesque, beautiful little storybook town.
All right. Well,
Alright.
let's
For the inn.
Start wandering.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's an idea. Let's start.
Go to the
Let's find
inn.
some people.
Find
Let's
some
let's go
gossip.
to the inn and see what we can run into.
We can usually get pretty good information from the local tavern or the local inn.
Yeah, if we have talent, it's usually finding the inn and then finding trouble. Like we're pretty solid
Hmm.
at that tactic.
This village.
It's temporary, so it makes it harder to set everything up. All right, so what are you guys deciding to do? Head to the end?
Yeah.
Or what's happening?
All right,
Hopefully
so
they're both.
as you guys pass the well, looks like a normal well, brick design, kind of a need of a new top, like the roof is starting to rot a little bit.
Noticing any smells?
Um, like I said, you smell like cooking. Like I said, it's almost noon, so you smell like the lunch is cooking, and you smell farm animals. You do kind of get a sense that off to the northwest, you can see that the houses there are more broken up, and there are fields. Some of them have been harvested, some are still ready to be harvested. Looks like they grow wheat. Um, but nothing out of the ordinary. Just an average little village.
Okay. So we walk and look for a sign on a building or whatever that states that it's the.
Okay, so as you guys walk into the village proper, well, it'll be easier to do that. You do see that there is a building over here to this side, off this side road here, that looks to be an inn. You see that there are some nicer houses off to the east. You do see the large oak tree. It seems to be the biggest oak tree in the area. And in front of it, you do see kind of a run-down building that seems out of place.
So is the building that's off to our left, is that the inn?
It appears to look like an inn tavern type place. There is a sign upon it.
Should I go and head in?
Alright.
So when you say out of place for this old building, talking like looks considerably older or worn or
It just seems a little different than all the other buildings. Something about it is off.
Hmm.
The doctor's son is.
I don't know. I'm starting to get weird vibes from this place.
Whole place is weird vibes. Let's go get a drink. That'll sort us.
Hopefully I stumbled upon this tomorrow. Whereas I'm like, oh my god, a nice place to live. Our doctor may just be weird.
I mean, he's weird. I think we got that down.
Yeah. It seems very
He says this
not
place is
normal.
It's
cursed.
cursed, but I don't
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any
Maybe the curse is the illusion of.
All right, so you guys all enter the inn.
normalcy. Yes.
They said yes.
Okay, well then move them into the inn.
Do-do-do-do.
So as you enter the inn, it appears less to be less of an inn and more of just a tavern, like eatery place. You see that there are shelves with various foods sitting on it. There are tables where you see several like farmhand workers are eating. They're eating everything from like what looks like a porridgey gruel type thing, as where you see some finer off people over in another section. They seem to be eating more of a roasted meat. Um, you do see that there is a wall with barrels on it, and a couple of those barrels have taps driven through them. And you watch as a young bar maiden pours a amberish looking drink, shuts the tap off, and takes it over to one of the more fancier of the clientele.
All right, so still not getting any funky vibes here.
Hmm. This is
For
odd.
time wise, did we travel a lot from leaving the inn?
You guys appeared on top of a mountain, and then you flew down on the carpet.
So I'm not hungry. So we just had that big breakfast.
Like,
It's been about 5 hours since breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like I said, it's around noon now. So
mhm.
Well, you guys want to get a table?
Yeah, I'm hungry. I could eat.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
all right, so you see off to one side, kind of in between like the workers area and the more well-off-to-do clientele, there is a table with enough room for the three of you and Doggo to kind of like snuggle on the floor a little bit.
How many farm hands are at that one table?
You see about six in the entire establishment, but the table where they're eating, it's just two, a grizzled old man and a younger farm worker.
Perfect. I'd like to go up to the inn lady. I'd like to order 3 of whatever that amber drink is, and I'm gonna bring it to the table with the 2 people.
All right. So as you carry these drinks, you get the whiff of what it is, and it smells like beer. It's definitely a grain-based barley like hop smell. So it's just like a good beer.
The smile on Tersel's face is growing rapidly.
So as you approach the table, these gentlemen are just eating, not really talking. You can see that they are both weathered. The older man, his hands are definitely calloused. You see scars from just being a farmer. They don't seem to be like warriors or anything. As you approach, they both kind of look at you a little cautiously as you place the drinks down in front of them. Do you say anything?
Well, yeah, whatever. We're kind of late afternoon, but good evening, gents. How's everything going today? I'm kind of new to town.
The younger one takes the drink like eagerly and gets ready to put it up to his mouth when the old man's hand slaps
Oh.
him down, knocking it out, and says, "You're too young for that."
Ah, ah.
He looks to you and he raises it and he takes it and he goes, "A fine way to greet, sir. How are you?"
Not too bad. I mean, but life is short. You should let the kid drink.
Um,
Looks like he's been working hard today.
we have laws here, sir.
Oh, okay, that is true. I didn't think to look into the local laws. So, how are things going around you? You guys look like you're doing all right. The food seems pretty um, satisfying. Beer's plentiful.
And you kind of see him sigh. He goes, "Tourist again. What brings you here, sir?"
Well, I guess you could say we're under contract. Looking to help you guys out. This town's in need of help. We're just trying to figure out what we can do to help you most. Do you have any ideas on where we could start?
And without even flinching, he finishes down the whole beer that you gave him. And he
Very
looks
nice.
you dead in the eyes and goes, "You should leave."
Oh. That
That
bad, eh?
that remains to be seen.
Not
Unfortunately,
a
the contract
contract.
contract doesn't really say anything about leaving until we do
Mhm.
something.
Yeah.
Is there anything I should be fleeing from?
It's like everything.
Oh.
And with that, he gets up, grabs the young man by the scruff, and says, "We need to get back to
Ah.
work." And
Oh
they
no.
wander out and kind of head off towards the farmish area there.
Ursul's just gonna be like, all right, at least we know something's bad in this town. He's gonna grab that other tankard with him and sit down at the table with the ladies. Be like, well,
Too busy.
something's going on. Oh yeah, well he's gonna be drinking one as he comes over, but
Well, the one you had given to the
he's
younger guy is about half empty from getting smacked down by the old
oh
man.
okay.
So
Aw.
you only
Yeah,
got
I'll
about
finish that
you got
one
about
then.
one and a half. So
That's
as you
fair.
drink those, go ahead and roll a Constitution roll for me.
Yeah.
At advantage because you get to advantage on all your alcohol.
Okay, I was gonna ask, but I didn't want to be presumptuous. 13 and 15.
All right. Yeah, it's a very good beer, very highly alcoholic beer. Um, let's just say, if we were to put it into real terms, you're having some good German beer.
Nice.
So
I
you're not having that American shit. You're having the good shit.
So yeah, as I'm enjoying beer, got some froth on my mustache. I'll tell the girls, be like, oh, that old man was not very happy. He told us just to leave. He wouldn't really talk about why. And when I pressed for it, he just grabbed his son or whoever that kid was and just walked out. So I think we're at the right place. We gotta dig a little bit.
All right. I'll have you all roll perception check real quick.
All right, the green dice are failing. Got it.
Well,
Get a
does
9.
Dalgo need to?
Nope.
19 plus 3.
Okay. So, Ophelia, you're the only one who notices while Tersel's talking that one of the wealthier looking clientele seems to have really taken advantage. It kind of seems to be eavesdropping in on the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
but is trying to look like they're not.
You turn in.
Okay. I'm gonna. Am I near that person?
No, from where you're sitting, they would
No.
be. All right, so if you're here on a chair, they would be kind of straight from you, but off to one side, like off to the right. So I'd say they're about 8 feet away from you,
No.
about 7 feet from the table or so.
Okay. I'd like to turn directly and stare right at him and be like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Oh, you wouldn't have to turn because, like I said, it'd
Oh,
be
okay.
like if you were straight out looking, you would be
Yeah.
kind of just off to the side. You would see them.
Oh, okay. And I would like to do that though. So be like, "Hey, how are you doing?" Oh, hi.
Sniff, sniff,
Yeah.
sniff.
Yeah. Hey, how are you doing? Hi. Hmm. He's a kitty.
That get me from the good side, Dad.
Aw. Your kitty is beautiful.
So does she
Yes.
act?
Oh, I'm showing you what the patron's doing.
Does she act like?
Can I give the patron scritches?
Right. You walk
The
up to the
patron's
patron and
actually
scratch.
human,
Oh,
but
Scooty's so cute. Let me give you chin scritches.
the patron's actually human. But no, it was kind of doing that. Like they see you're
Cute.
watching, so they kind of just casually kind of like seem like they're going back into the conversation that's going on at their table. But you see that they are paying attention to you.
I'm gonna say, does she react like, oh, she got flustered?
No, like I said, it just kind of casually just.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think those fuckers are listening in. Maybe they might know something. Maybe we could talk to them, Mr. Tercel.
Well,
More
I mean,
elegant with words than I
I
am.
went with the farmhands thinking they'd be the more speech. Like maybe one of you two should go talk to the aristocrats over there and aristocats, I
Our
guess.
barmaid.
Yeah,
For
well,
her to notice
we
us.
could also hit up the wait
Our
staff
order.
too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you're gonna try to flag down the barmaid to get your orders.
What was that?
Are you going to? Hey, no fighties. Are you going? You got to roll for initiative, girls. Um, are you going to try to flag down the barmaid? As you see, there's only one barmaid. There is a barkeep behind it.
I'm not going to flag her down as if I'm impatient. She sees us when she's got a moment. She'll come to our table.
That's very bold of you to presume, again, as she's the only one serving tables, and Tercel already brought drinks to the table. So, We could roll a percentage here and see if she is going to see you or not. Yeah, no.
So notes in
Aw.
her purse. Got it.
Oh, wow.
Not noticed. Not okay with that.
Mm.
You always go to the table.
Yeah, remember, she is you guys are strangers in this town, and she is the only bark, and you see that she is devoting a lot of her time to the more elegant clientele. Even there are other farm workers who seem to have not gotten food yet, though a few of them are trying to flag her down also.
Wow.
Maybe this city is run by river
Gotcha.
folk.
Yeah. That waitress.
A
Give everybody theirs. But anyway.
lot of class system going on here.
And
Ursul's
I
gonna,
have found in
you know,
my career as a waitress that the middle class is going to take you better than
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, 100%. Middle class and drunks.
the poor because they don't have it.
Yeah.
They don't want to get.
So, Tercel, you're the one going to be tipping, apparently.
yeah, wins. If I had to imagine, I'd say Tursel's probably a heavy tipper too because of the messes and trouble he causes most of the time. So
I figured it's just because you get so drunk, you don't know what you're throwing on the counter as you leave.
I mean, it's
Sir,
part
you
of
owe
the
2 copper, not 70 gold. Ah!
No shit.
Just wander off.
Don't do that.
I'll be back.
One gold is good enough.
Yeah, Tursel's gonna kind of playfully nudge Ophelia, be like, "Why don't you go see what those aristocrats are doing over there, and see if they can try to get some information out of them, like see what they're doing, see what the food is they're eating, you know, break the ice with food conversation, and
I'm
then
not the elegant type. I can't make conversation with this.
Well, I'm gonna get up and go to the bar as I'm disgruntled that their barmaid did not
Because you're like, I want some fucking food.
come to my table. Clearly seeing I do not have food or drink in front of me.
All right.
So I go to the.
So as Sarah approaches the bar, right as she gets close to it, you guys hear a blood-curdling scream from outside.
Well,
All the patrons get up and rush to the 2 little windows that are kind of there and are staring out. Some are clustering towards the door, but not trying to leave. Like they're definitely trying to stay inside as they look out to see what happened.
Tursel's gonna hop up. The PTSD has been waiting for something to react to, so he's up on a heartbeat, and I'll go ahead and rush to the door because there's not going to be room by the windows.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Tercel, as you rush to the door and you kind of swing the doors open to look out on the road in front of you is the young farmhand you had just met. His head has been chopped off, and standing in front of it is a humanoid figure with no head, a bloody axe in its hand, and the severed head of the young farmhand.
should have had that drink.
Poor kid didn't even drink yet. That's the bullshit.
That's the tragedy, the worst tragedy of the whole thing. Kid hadn't even drank yet. Tursel's pissed. He's like, what the fuck?
Justice.
So before I do anything too rash, I would like to take a minute to see what the patrons' faces are. Like what's the average? Like, is this shock and horror? Like, oh my god, this never happens, or is this like a who lost their head today kind of feeling?
It is shock and horror, but it is a shock and horror that is repeated. It's like this is something that happens a lot, but it's still one of those when it happens, it's something that just scares them and terrifies them. You see several of them clutching a holy symbol
Do I recognize that holy symbol?
Roll a religion check.
This is a Meek is bored. He is ready for some action. So he is right next to Ursula.
That's an 11
Get some shit
on
done.
religion.
No, you wouldn't recognize this. It looks very kind of like almost tribal. There are what they're holding is wicker. I don't know if this is going to show up. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it kind of looks something like that. And it's looks like it has been woven together with like twine and sticks, and they all few of them are clutching it to their chests. And what is Neekin doing?
I said Neekin is tired, bored. He wants to see some action. So he is bringing up next to Tursal.
All right.
That's all support Tursal needs. Negan starts growling. Tursal be like, "I'm with you, buddy," and I'm walking out that door. Let's go. Let's go talk to this headless dude.
So as you start to approach, all of a sudden you hear like thunderous horse hoofs. And out of nowhere, a black horse with flaming mane and tail comes by. The headless guy grabs the horse and rides off.
He took the head, left the body kind of a situation.
Yes.
So I'll be keeping an eye on the headless horseman and making sure that he's not coming back this way. But I'm gonna approach the body and kind of just confirm, I guess, that it's headless and that did he get cut off in one fell swoop? Is there?
Go ahead and roll a medical check at advantage due to your war history and medical.
Oh my God, the dice are upset today.
Woo them.
12. Rolled a 3 and a 5. But I got a 12 with
12 is your best? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, it's bloody. You can definitely see that it was one fail swoop. And now, when a person is decapitated, you know that all the arteries and veins just spout out blood. And though it seems that there is a lot of blood, there should be a lot more. And as you kind of look, all those veins and arteries are cauterized. The wound around the neck even shows cauterization.
So Tursel's going to be kind of kneeling down, checking this out, and he's going to kind of shout over his shoulder, be like, "Hey girls, I think we found a problem."
At this point, I'm sure I've walked at least to the door from where I was walking to the bar.
Okay.
So I hear him. I don't know if I would have seen the horse.
No, you wouldn't have seen it if you're just now getting to that area.
And I just scream out, what hell happened out here?
So yeah, Tursel, having been impressed and scared most of his life, is taking this astonishingly well. And just be like, all right, well, so this is the kid in the inn. I don't know if you can tell, but his head's gone. There was a headless guy with the giant axe, looked pretty badass. He took the head on his like flaming horse creature and then booked it that way. And he kind of motions towards the place we came from.
Believe his story of a flaming horse.
You roll a perception check.
19.
So as you kind of are doubtful about it, you do look around and you notice near the body and going away from it in the direction that Turf's foot, there are hoof marks in the dirt, and they definitely seem to have been burned in to the dirt. And as
And
you
if we need
watch,
any further convincing, remember that Tercel left a half-finished beer in there, so things are pretty serious.
well, as you're looking at those footprints, they start to disappear.
Mm.
I'm assuming at this point I've run to the door as well and been like, what the hell is happening?
All right,
What's going on?
roll a d20 for me and just give me a straight number.
That is a Jesus Christ. One.
One. Yeah. So as you run to the door, you kind of slip, fall on your ass. You take 1 point of damage, bludgeoning damage on your booty.
My poor booty.
And then as you start to get up and make your way to the door, you overhear Tercel and Sarah's conversation, but you're just catching the very end of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Will I have ever known anything about, so grew up in the Bay and then in a wild path. So I don't know if I would have.
this is not anything faithful, from his description. Tercel, roll a history knowledge check for me.
There you go. 18.
18. You, in your years of traveling with different armies and stuff and being to different villages for wars, you've heard of rumors of this, but it's a folk tale. It's nothing, you've never seen it, you've never encountered anything like it. But there are folk tales about headless horsemen. But it's always been poppycock, you know, children's stories to scare the young soldiers and keep them in line.
I've never thought I'd see it, but I mean, given what we've run into in the last year or so, I'd say it's the bill. He's gonna be fully standing, and he's gonna motion to what I'm assuming all the patrons are still glued to the windows, and be like, "Who wants to tell me what just happened out here?" And he's gonna do his best intimidation trick, which is try to get somebody to
All right,
say something.
roll intimidation at advantage since they are all a little spooked right now.
14 for intimidation.
Was that at advantage?
Yeah, it was a 13 plus 1.
Okay, what was your other roll?
A 7.
Oh yeah, definitely. All right. You kind of see more of a working class kind of come out of the bar, and as you're saying this, they just kind of look at you, and then they just kind of disperse off into the town. You see a few of the more wealthier patrons just kind of go and sit back down, ignoring you. You do notice that the barmaid is kind of standing in the door. And you notice out in the street, slowly approaching you, is a priest looking person. He's wearing red robes ordained with like gold and silver sashes on along the neck and shoulders. You want to bring him in to work? Yeah, right about there. But overall, most people really don't take your authority at all. So they just kind of go on with it.
I like how this is normal bullshit.
Right. Yeah, we should make note of that. This isn't uncommon to these people. We got a lot
There's no
to unpack
beheading in the
here.
street.
Yeah,
Right.
something has gone horribly wrong, and these people are way too passive about this. I don't like it.
So Tercel's got a real conundrum here because he's got somebody he probably knows a lot about and shares with the priest, but he's also got the tavern lady who has one of his favorite things in the world too, and he's kind of like,
I'd say she has more than one. She's not a redhead though. She is a brunette.
right?
Medium bust size, nice curvy figure.
Maybe the other one lost her head already, so they're just making do. Um,
Suck.
so I'm gonna motion the girls like go see if you can browse up something from somebody in there. I'm gonna talk to father over here, and maybe we can figure out how this story started. And I'm gonna turn to face and greet the priest.
All right. So as you turn and go to step forward towards the priest, again, you notice very, very clean robes, a bright but yet dark hue of red with gold and silver trim. You see that holy symbol that you saw the people were clutching is kind of embroidered all up and down the sash. Um, he appears to be probably about 60 years old, though he walks with a rather intent and purpose, and you don't feel like a holiness radiating off of him, but you do feel an air of someone who is used to being very well respected in this town.
Yeah. So Tercel's gonna greet him like, "Good day, father. Um, lovely weather we're having, huh?"
He looks at you and goes, "My son, welcome to our town. I don't know which weather you are speaking of, for it's never a good day when we find blood on the street."
Tercel's gonna kind of nod, be like, "All right," and kind of look to the tavern where everyone's kind of getting back to their seats. Be like, I mean, yeah, don't like to see it either, but your town doesn't seem too shook up about it. Is this something you deal with on the regular, or
As of lately, yes. Seems a curse has befallen, though it seems to only take those who are sinners.
I vaguely remember some of the childhood tales of the Headless Horseman? I don't remember them really talking about sinners per se. But I
How is a
also didn't think
child a
this was real.
sinner?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, he wasn't a child. He was probably between the age of 14 and 16.
Okay.
So, well, I don't want people picturing an 8-year-old kid with his head chopped
Okay.
off. Okay, that's why I'm giving you guys this little bit of sidebar that
That's fair.
teenager.
I I also don't want it to be known that Tercel's pushing alcohol on 8-year-olds. So
Exactly.
let's get this
I
picture
didn't want
set
this
correctly.
8-year-old who looks like he's been
Right.
through his second divorce
Come on,
already, sitting
kid,
at the
finish the
table.
alcohol.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no,
Jesus Christ.
no. This was
I think
a weathered teenage farmhand.
right.
Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so
Um.
we'll move that into it so you guys kind of get a little better
But still,
perspective
though,
of.
what could a 16-year-old send that would get him his head chopped off?
Are you asking
I'm
in
gonna.
game or out of game?
I'm
Because
I'm asking in game. Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
well, are
Yeah.
you inside or are you outside?
I'm at the door. Remember, I fell on my ass.
Yeah, but he's
Oh,
now
can I
down in
not
the
hear
street.
nothing?
You guys aren't.
Oh, well
You
then,
guys
yeah.
aren't really hearing this
Never
conversation.
mind then.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kind of catch that mumbling and be like, I wonder what they're. Oh yeah, like, um, how do I ask that question? Who decides if they're sinners? Is there like criminals? Are you talking like thieves? That kid didn't strike me as particularly
he's like,
sinful.
he's like, if you were to inspect the body, I guarantee you will find the mark of the hunter. Those marks are only placed by onto those who are sinners.
And Tercel's gonna be an asshole, but he's gonna kind of motion to the embroidery on his robes, be like, "That isn't the mark of the hunter, then I assume."
He says, "No, this is our most holy protective symbol.
That
Those who are
for
sinners would not have this mark on them, for it is a mark of being saved."
and who gives those marks out?
Well, I do,
And your God guides you in that capacity.
as he guides me in all things.
Hmm.
The Tercels can be like, "All right, I'm seeing a narrative here, okay," and I'd like to go inspect the body a little more closely and see if I can find this mark of the hunter.
So, roll an investigation check.
That is a 12 for investigation.
All right. So, as you are kind of investigating the body, opening it, pockets, checking its skin, for the mark, you do come across a small flask of alcohol in one of the pockets.
I'd like to carefully and quietly find a place for that to be on my person.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check on
Thief.
that.
Thief.
That he's dead. It's not thieving.
Oh my
I'm just being
lord.
resourceful. Do I even get a sleight of hand bonus at all?
It would
Oh,
be
there it is. How I do? That's a
Hmm.
18.
all right.
17. Sorry.
Yeah, so you're able to pocket it, no one sees it. But yeah, as you pull back the shirt on the shoulder, you see kind of it looks like this has been burned onto the skin.
Ooh.
Oh, nice. Um, talking. What do they call that when you burn cows? The
Branding.
is
Branding.
it is like a branding, or is it
It
something that?
looks to be like a branding, but it isn't like any you've ever seen before.
Okay. So yeah, having finished my investigation, I'll get up and kind of brush my knees off or whatever, and look at the priest, be like, "Well, he definitely has the mark. Have any idea what his sin was?"
The priest comes over and he looks down at the mark. He goes, "Every time the mark seems to have a small variant. We've tried to figure out what they are. This one seems to be for breaking the laws."
Yeah, this kid's father said something about you guys having some pretty strict laws.
Yes. The laws of the church are the laws absolute.
Fair enough. I may have to. Do you have like a copy of these laws or something? I'd hate to cause trouble while I'm in town, but I'd also like to help you guys with this curse. I mean, my friends are inside. We've kind of been contracted to
As you're
help out
speaking,
this
he
town.
opens up a pouch that's hanging off the side of his robes, and he pulls out a very large book and hands it to you. And upon inspection, it appears to be kind of a Bible of sorts. And he's like, "All of our laws are in this book, passed down from God to us."
Wow. And I'm gonna take the book. Is he offering me the book
Oh
or?
yes, yes, yes. He's
Uh,
clearly
Oh.
offering you. You can tell that there are several of them in this pouch
oh
that for
God.
him to distribute.
Oh lord.
um. So yeah, Turtle's gonna take the book and he's gonna motion to Sarah, and be like, "I got something for you to look into." And then
Thanks.
um, but yeah, no, seriously, he's be like, yes, I'll make sure to stick true to your lord's laws, And he'll say that mildly sarcastically, like your Lord's laws. And uh, what are your plans for the corpse? What are you guys doing with these bodies?
And as soon as those words leave your mouth, you hear a carriage coming up the road. This carriage is driven by the doctor.
Oh.
And
Oh.
he gets out and he looks to you and goes, "Give me a hand here." And he goes to lift the body and put it on the carriage.
And I'll grab ankles or whatever we're doing and help him pick up the body.
All right, so yes, you load it onto a flatbed kind of carriage, um, respectfully, but you can tell the doctor's used to this. He's not being like, pristine. I just kind of, yeah, there
Yeah,
you go.
and Tursel's seen so many bodies at this point. He's just like, yeah, okay, this isn't doing
Good.
anybody any harm. So
And the doctor gets back onto the carriage and kind of, you see it kind of turn and go back towards his house.
Tursel's gonna kind of thumb towards the dog, talking to the priest, be like, you know that guy?
He is the doctor.
That's what I was told. Pretty good guy, like follows the laws and everything.
He still has his head.
That's as clear of a message as I can get. Um, so yeah, his body's gone. Like Tursel's kind of feeling like his job here is done. He's in motion. The priest. I don't know how long we're going to be staying. We'll kind of hang out at the inn for a little bit. If there's anything you can think to share with us before we look into this a little further, I'd be happy to hear it.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, and as he does, you feel like a radiant blessing as though he's blessing you. And he says, "The Lord shall provide everything for you, my son." And then he wanders off. At
Um,
this point, I'd like you to roll a constitution check.
do Constitution 19.
Yeah, you are completely sober.
Oh, got rid of your buzz.
That's gonna, yeah, I was gonna say that's gonna pop the recognition in his brain, and he's gonna look at that Bible in his hands, and be like, "Oh, it's gonna be a long day." And I'll head back into the tavern and share what I've encountered with the ladies. Kind of
Okay.
eyeball the rich folk.
So as you rejoin everyone at the table and you present the Bible to Sarah to read, because that's what she gets to do.
Yeah.
Right,
Like,
she's the
here,
secretary.
I got
Sarah's gonna
plop.
be going through this, and you're gonna hear a lot of, oh my god, as I'm thumbing through this book. I'm very disgusted.
All right.
Religion is law in this town,
Mhm.
and there is no jury, there is no judge, there's just execution for whatever sin you created. You said he touched you?
Yeah, I didn't ask for it, but yeah, he did something.
Look to see if you've been marked.
There's no consent.
So he
When
touched
he
my
touched you.
shoulder and kind of flipped my robes up a little bit. I guess I'm wearing armor. Whatever I can do to see into that spot and see.
Nope, there's no mark.
You
Like
had
there
it
was a
set.
kind of a funky glow, like maybe his deity blessed me, but
Why don't you roll a religion check, Tercel, at advantage
okay.
since you are a cleric?
Yeah. 11
You
religion.
need to switch up those dice.
Yeah, I rolled them both that time. They both,
Oh, they both
yeah.
hate you.
14 religion.
Um, you're not 100% sure, but you do feel like when he touched you, he cast healing word on you, and that's why your alcohol levels went to 0.
Ah.
Gotcha. it, you know, face value doesn't seem overly evil, but I'm sure all of us know that religions of this level of strictness aren't great. That's why I like my God. He's pretty chill.
So as you guys are sitting there conversing at the table, and before we take our first break, the barmaid does finally stop at your table,
Yay!
and she drops a piece of paper next to your shoe as she's talking to you guys about your order, Sarah.
Okay.
And when we come
And
back
I
from break,
reach down to
no, when we come back from break, you will
just
figure out what
reach
it
down
is.
and give Negan some scruffs as I pick that paper up.
All right. Well, with
Yeah,
that,
you
we
better
will.
pick that paper up for Negan peas on it or something.
With that, we will take our first break, and then we'll be right
Yay.
back. So get your drinks, do what you got to do.
Okay.
Religion. You really had to go there, babe. Try to not have my personal feelings get involved. Like your blanket.
Dee doesn't have
yeah.
her ears on.
Yeah, where she got that? I think we got it at Joann's or something.
Like your blanket.
Thank you. That was a Christmas present for a few years ago, I think. I love it. It's warm.
All right, and as we're discussing blankets, we're coming back, guys. So that was a quick break there. All right. So, yes, we left off. There's a note on the floor next to Sneakin. You were bending down to pick it up as the barmaid is there to take your order for foods, libations. What would you guys like to do?
Well,
I'm gonna
after I've
order
gone through
lunch.
this Bible, I toss it at yourself. Just you see what you make out of it.
All right. Did you pick up the piece of paper?
Yep.
Okay.
And I read it.
All right. While you're bending down to pick up the paper, you order lunch, Ophelia. I heard you say that. So, Tercel?
I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this book. They going to just kind of assume that I know that this religion is crazy, but I'll kind of casually flip to a couple pages just to peruse the law that pops up when I flip, just to get a feel of just how strict everything is.
All right.
Is there anything I need to know so I don't inadvertently get my head chopped off?
Well, without reading it, you would not know anything at the moment.
That's true.
Okay, so I'll go through everybody's here. So as you pick up the note and read it, it says, you need to leave this town immediately. Stay away from the church, stay away from the graveyard, get out now. Tercel, as you flip through the book, it is various religion experience of your life. You have seen texts like this before. They don't mention a particular deity, just the one true deity. Um, there is a very strict and course based religion. Um, you see things like, no fornication before marriage, do not steal, things like that. The general rules of almost every religion, but they seem to be very, very strict on all of them. Ophelia, you get your meal delivered. It is a nice roasted duck with some baked potatoes and a nice glass of like a ciderish drink.
Yeah, I've ordered the same.
Cool.
All right, so you get one delivered too.
Like it.
How much did it cost?
It costs you each 2 copper.
Yes, I will tip heavy.
Tercel's going to
I
kind
slide
of.
over the note to Tercel
Oh,
and Ophelia to see.
that's the second time somebody's
Yep.
given us that advice.
Mm-hmm.
Damn
Guess they don't know what a
contracts.
right. Guess they don't know what a paycheck is worth, huh?
Contract.
Tercel's gonna toss the Bible kind of on
Ladies.
top of that note. Be like, well, I can tell you from casually reading this book that don't do anything that could possibly bring a smile to your face. Like, we're gonna have to be on our best behavior for a little while.
Well,
Of course, I'm
we're
already
already
drinking,
considered
so
sinners in that book.
Yeah.
All every single one of us.
well, I think we've got some investigating to do. I don't know where to start. Our advice is to stay away from the church.
Number one place to
The
go?
Yeah, I'm gonna say the pessimist in me says that's probably the first place we should go.
Uh-huh.
So is that what the group decides to do?
Well, because essentially the priest is the one deciding if you're a sinner or a saint.
Uh-huh.
Kind of like to know if he's branding marks on people or not, or somehow.
Why would the doctor want us to come though if he's potentially like I don't know. If he's getting to move all these corpses, I don't know. Is he profiting off of this? Why does he want us here?
Probably because he doesn't like seeing all this death.
Right.
Okay.
To, a 16-year-old boy that is dabbling with some alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Now, did Tercel tell you that he found the alcohol on him?
Oh no, definitely did not.
Oh, I thought you told us.
Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, what did a kid do that
Okay.
could
Well,
I-
possibly warrant him being
16-year-old
murdered?
boy.
Right.
I mean,
Kid
yeah,
didn't even drink
kids
alcohol.
kids get into trouble, but what the hell?
Yeah, I think church is probably the first stop. Those guys are dropping the laws. They're dropping judgment, and that guy had the cleanest robes I've ever seen of a priest in my life. If he's doing real godly work, I'd be the first one to admit I was wrong. But I'm not going to be wrong.
Okay.
All right, so you guys finish your meal and you guys decide to head to the church. So as you walk out, you can see the church is not across the street, but it is in the direction across the street, further back behind some of the nicer houses. It does sit up on a little bit of a raised hill. So as you guys approach it, it is starting to get a little later. It is probably about 2 o'clock-ish now, so the sun is starting to shift over. It is definitely starting to get masked by the heavy forest. As you guys approach the church, it is a very, let's say, Roman Gothic style church, very stone. It is probably the most pristine building in this entire village, but it is not wealthy looking. Okay, it is still very much a church in the aspects that it is simple. It is a house of the Lord, but it is not a house of wealth and godliness. So think more your standard church, not the super churches of like Joel Osteen or anything. Okay.
Okay.
As you approach, there is a wrought iron fence and a stone wall, and that fence you can see is chain locked at the moment. You do see off to the side around it that there is another fence that leads into the back area of the church. So it's kind of like
How high on that list of sinning is
I look at Tercel and
trespassing?
I'm like, who chains
guys?
up the front doors?
so. If you guys are where the X is, you see that there's another entrance over off of this side. There's another entrance there, and the front of the church is right there in front of you.
Good question, Sarah. Who closes the house of the Lord?
Mhm.
Telling you this. I think we're on to something here.
Okay.
Shall we head over there and
Check it out. I'm trying to get in.
Yeah. Ophelia, and then Tercel will slap her on the back. Like, why don't you lead the way? Like,
You're a cunt.
you're the most able-bodied among us. Like,
All right. Well, I'm gonna. Yeah.
All right. So as you guys make your way around this side, you notice that off to the side, the fence does continue straight going, but then there is this offshoot that you see. And as you approach it, you see that this leads into the cemetery that is attached to the church.
Shit.
Its gate is wide open. And there are probably about 70, 80 grave markers all the way across. And you notice towards the very middle of it is a mound of dirt.
As Ophelia was walking, I cast Enhance ability of the fox's cunning. For an hour, you'll have an intelligence buff of 2d6.
Yay. Because we know I'm not smart.
That lasts an hour.
For an hour. Okay.
So that means she gets to roll 2d6.
And add that to her roll for intelligence checks.
All right, so go ahead and.
Hold up. Let me find my.
we got 70 to 80 graves and a mound of dirt, like in the middle of the cemetery.
Yes.
think I can do that again. I got
What'd you
6
get?
twice.
All right, so you'll be able to add plus 12 to intelligence checks. Make sure you write that down so I don't have to remember that.
Woo! I'm gonna be a genius for an hour.
So she
Ophelia
fails
just
all her
all of a
deck saves
sudden,
and falls on her ass the whole time.
Ophelia just is like, as she's walking, she starts singing the alphabet song because she finally figured out what the letters are.
I turn into the guy playing blackjack at the tables from the freaking Hangover movie.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right, as you guys are approaching the center, yes, there's a mountain. Now, by a mountain, it's probably about 4 feet up, like at its top to where the ground is. And it's just an earthen mound. It's not
This
covered in
isn't
any.
like this isn't like a fresh grave digging or anything. This is
It
massive.
doesn't look fresh, but no vegetation is growing on it.
Gotcha.
That's creepy.
Are there any fresh graves?
None that you see.
Yet.
Well, you haven't progressed all the way through, but from where you are, the first half of it looks to be rather old. You haven't made it, to see if the fresher ones are buried in the back.
What are we doing, Ophelia?
Oh, let's keep exploring. I want to. So the mound is. Yeah. It looks dead. Nothing growing on
It's about a 10-foot diameter mound. It goes up about 4 feet.
Okay. That's really strange. Just to have dead earth in the middle of a cemetery, guys.
Maybe that's earth they've been moving for graves. Maybe they just had a surplus or something.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. No. I'm gonna walk around it and keep going towards exploring more of the graveyard and going.
Roll a perception check as you walk around the mound. As we roll this perception check, we will have a quick kitten bath moment.
Yeah.
And that's DM Kitty too, isn't it?
No, that's Gwen and Mama and one of the Siameses. There's a Gavin. There's a Bruce. There's another Siameses.
Holy crap. Kitties!
So what did you perceive?
Yeah, what was your number?
14.
14. See, as you're walking by this mound, kind of looking around the cemetery, you do notice that the graves you guys are at are older. They've definitely been weathered. As you pass by the earthen mound, you notice that there is a smell of old burnt wood coming from the mound. And then as you pass by it, that the smell starts to diminish.
You guys smell a bonfire?
Right?
Does it smell like wood to you guys? It's been scorched, burnt.
Near the mound?
Notice.
Yeah.
What does he roll?
What do you want me to roll?
It'd be perception or investigation.
It's just enjoying life. Perception or what?
Investigation.
Go with perception. 4.
Negan nose is kind of sniffing the ground, and then he darts off, and you watch as a rather large squirrel goes running up a tree.
Squirrel!
And Negan kind of runs after it.
Oh, hang on. He gets advantage on wisdom checks for hearing and smell.
All right.
I'll roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's better. 18.
18? All right, so as he chases after the squirrel, he does kind of sniff around. His tail is very happy. He smells lots of naturey things. You do notice that he avoids the mound completely, as does the squirrel.
Sorcel's going to kind of follow his nose and try to find this scent and kind of work his way always carefully around the mound, see if he can find any kind of scorched wood.
Investigation.
Nice. Yeah.
What?
investigation for Tercel.
Should have bought dice yesterday, baby.
What's that?
I don't know. 11 on investigation.
From what you can tell, it seems to be something about this mound smells like burnt wood.
I'm gonna poke it with my staff.
Okay, so you two are both poking at it now. It seems to be solid earth.
Mm.
Where you guys are at the base of it, it just seems like old solid earth is there. It doesn't really shift or move. Doesn't seem like it's fresh. In fact, it seems like it's been there for a long, long time.
No tracks, footprints, handprints.
Nope. In fact,
tools.
there are tracks, animal tracks, everything around that area, but nothing going up or around the mound. Like everything kind of gives it a wide berth.
So yeah, Tercel is going to
nothing
kind of
like-
come to the mound and be like, I've been to a lot of graveyards. I don't know that I've seen anything like this. And we may have to investigate this.
Well, especially when it smells like burnt wood.
I'm not real keen on digging near graveyards, but
Yeah.
we run into that priest again. Maybe we'll see if he's got anything to say about it.
I can't
Well,
see
I think
anything
keep
like
moving on then.
up higher or anything on top
Well,
of the mountain.
the mound is at its height is 4 feet taller than ground level. So how tall are you?
Or
I know. How tall are you?
I think I'm 2.5 feet.
Okay, so no, you can't see the top of the mound. Tercel can clearly see that it's an earthen mound at the top, but without it going up and investigating it, just from the bottom of it, no, you couldn't really see anything on top of it. It's basically like you're standing in front of a low hill in front of you. And in your case, it's such a tall hill. It's like you standing in front of a refrigerator looking at top of the refrigerator.
That's where the cookies are.
We have cookies.
On top of the refrigerator.
I'm gonna
We
curl
don't
up
have
the
any
mound,
cookies. All right.
Okay.
look for wood debris, like charcoal kind of ish.
All right. We'll roll an investigation check.
Steaks.
That's a 1.
It's dirt. There's lots of dirt.
Mother. Okay.
I climb up there and I forget why I climbed up there.
Nothing happens to you as you climb either. You do notice as you do get to the top of it, it does smell. The burning smell does smell stronger at the top.
Hmm.
Oi, Tercel! It's stronger up here.
Do you see any smoke when you're up there?
Mm-mm.
You just smell it.
Tercel, she rolled a 1. She's lucky she remembered your name and why she's on a hill at this point. Okay.
So when that headless creature horseman guy took off on the horse was totally on fire. And I don't know if you guys saw it, but where its hoofs met the ground, it left singed imprints.
Oh.
Would you, so DM, would you say this is a horse-sized mound?
No, I'd say it's much larger than that. Like I said, it's about 10 foot in diameter and about 4 foot
Okay.
tall.
So,
And roll a. Let's go knowledge because it's going to be a memory check for you.
so wisdom. 18.
18. As you think back to that horse and the horseman, you never smelled the fire. There was no burning smell, even in the ground where the hoof prints were. Like it didn't smell that anything burned.
Okay. So there goes that theory. So yeah, I'll look up there and be like, as much as I want to start digging into this thing, we can't do it on holy ground.
Just come up here and look around.
And I'll try my best to get on top of that hill.
Oh, you can walk up it real easy. I mean,
Okay.
it's not like a
It's
a
mountain
pyramid.
tree.
It's just like a small gradual
down.
hill.
It's up there.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
you
a
know,
small
I'm
mountain.
getting older. I had a beer, you know.
You're sober now.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
you didn't order
Wow.
anything for lunch,
Oh,
so
that's
you didn't eat or
true.
drink, so you're sober. So no
So yeah,
excuse.
we're kind
Wait a
of
minute, you're sober.
lightly
That's the
with my
excuse.
right. Maybe that is the excuse. So yeah, with my boot, I'll kind of just push aside dirt and kind of give it a good look.
All right, so yeah, as you climb up, you notice that it's very well compacted dirt that's been there for a long time. And as you get up by Sarah, you're kind of like shuffling your foot, trying to see if you can break up any dirt or anything. Roll an investigation check.
Dice are all over the place. 10.
10. Yeah, you don't really notice anything. Sarah, go ahead and roll a perception check while he's doing this.
9.
Yeah, you watch her still kind of kick up dirt and everything. Nothing's really popping out at you.
So from this vantage point and kind of looking over the rest of the cemetery, we talk pretty much all just headstones. Or are there any like what do they call them, like mausoleums or like
No,
buildings for
there are no
corpses or
crypt type
anything?
buildings. It is everyone here does seem to be buried in the ground, and the headstones vary from your square or the round shaped ones to some very intricate, almost like obelisk type ones.
So there's nothing this mound could be covering in terms of like a small above ground crypt or whatever.
Doesn't appear to, no.
He's gonna kind of give one last shove with his foot and be like, I think we're gonna have to come back to this. This is weird, but
All right, well, with that last shove, give another investigation, and Sarah, give me another perception.
I changed those. Imagine that. Well,
15.
All right, as you kind of are getting a little disgruntled and you kind of kick a little bit harder, you do feel that something broke free from the earth and it landed next to Sarah's feet, who looks down and sees it. Ophelia, what have you been doing this whole time, though, real quick?
Perusing, like looking around, and I of course get easily distracted. I'm wandering off a little bit from the
Okay.
She's in her heightened intelligence, like ADHD. She's
like,
just like,
what is that? Oh my god, this is so cool.
I was going more along the lines that you saw the squirrel too, and you and Negan are both over by the tree right now.
Pretty much, actually.
Okay,
Yeah, pretty
that
much.
works.
I
That works.
followed the squirrel, and then I kept going.
All right. Well, yeah, Tercel, you felt something shift and kind of move as you were kicking your foot there, and it, whatever it was, broke free and kind of landed next to Sarah's feet. Sarah, you perceive that it is there. That something landed right by your feet.
I bend down.
Tershel kind of point at it, like, what was that?
All right. So as you pick this up and you look at it, it is a necklace. It has what appear to be skeletal wings, and in the center of it is a round circle with a gem in it that almost looks like an eye. And as you look at it, you instantly fall unconscious. Okay, so while she's unconscious, you guys are frozen for a minute. Not in the game, but I'm saying this is how we're going to break this apart. So you guys can't do anything during this part. All right, so you wake up.
All right, so Sarah's not allowed to touch necklaces anymore.
And you guys won't know what's going on during this either. Okay, you're going to hear it, but this is only happening to Sarah.
Damn it.
Gotcha.
It's like that flash pause. Like
as you kind of wake
I have
up,
PTSD to like make jewelry.
as you wake up,
Ball bounces.
no, as you wake up, Sarah, you feel oddly out of place. Your hands seem bigger. They're very thin and elegant. Your hair is a dirty blonde colored hair. You are scrubbing hardwood floors. As you look around, you are inside of a church. You hear some kind of commotion coming from the back room, and as you turn, you see a priest, a man dressed in heavy armor, and they are dragging a young woman down the stairs.
And so I have no memories of the person that I'm.
All you remember is that you are a young chambermaid cleaning the church. You're about 15.
Do I recognize any symbols?
Yes,
Around the
there are the holy symbols of the church around the church. You see them
from
every.
this?
Yes, you would know nothing as Sarah, but the young lady obviously would recognize if this is her church that she's a servant of.
Okay, so I no longer have Sarah's memories.
You have your consciousness, but you wouldn't know anything about this church other than it kind of looks like the church you guys were outside
Like
of, maybe?
the symbols are the same.
Oh,
symbols.
yes, yes.
That's what I did. So it wasn't like it's an old church. It's the same one. Oh shit. Is is there other girls around me?
No, you are all by yourself.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and sneak closer to the door that they took her down the stairs.
All right. Go ahead and roll a stealth check. You don't use your stats. It will be a +4 to the roll because no one notices the serving girl.
16.
Oh yeah, so you quietly get up and kind of move towards the door, and you hear screaming coming from the staircase below.
And I wouldn't know who that girl was
Um,
because I'm not having that.
roll a 20 and see if you recognize her as maybe someone who's been in the church before.
17.
Yes, you do notice that she is one of the young women from the village. You have seen her in church several times. You don't know her, but you've seen her.
Nobody else is around.
No, the church is completely empty.
I'm gonna sneak down the stairs.
All right.
Do I still add 4?
Yeah, you had 4 to every sneak roll because, again, no one sees the servant.
16.
Yep. So, yeah, you quietly make your way down. So, you go down these stairs, and there is a door in front of you that is slightly ajar. And you kind of can peek through it and see that there is a long hallway that leads to another room. There are rooms on every side of this. And you know that these, for the most part, are the priest's quarters, but the room at the very end is forbidden for anyone to go into. And that seems to be where the screaming is coming from.
And the door is shut.
The door there is also just cracked open enough that you see light coming from it and you can hear the sounds coming out of it.
And it was the priest.
It's a priest.
But it was a priest that took her down there.
A priest, a man in heavy armor, and a young woman.
All right. I'm going to continue to creep down that hallway.
All right.
I want to peek in that door. 8.
8 +4.
No.
Oh, 8 total. Yeah, it's still enough. The screams are enough to cover your little bit loudness of opening up the old rickety door. You make it down the hallway, and as you peer in, roll an investigation. You don't add anything to this.
8.
8. That's enough. Yeah, so as you're peeking through the door, you can't see everything because you're only looking through about maybe a 2-inch opening. In the room ahead of you, you see not just this girl, but a couple other of the village girls. They are naked, chained to the wall. They have marks of being beaten, have been tortured. There are different, like, instruments laying about. In the fire, you see long metal spikes that are being heated up. And as you watch in terror, the man in armor grabs one out and places it on one of the young woman's skin, and she starts to scream out in pain. You see the priest. Now, you only briefly saw the old priest outside, but something tells you that this is the same man, just very, very younger. And you hear him say to them, confess. And as you hear him say that, roll a perception check.
Sarah or
Nope.
5?
Yeah. You are so intent on watching what's going on, you don't notice that someone has come up behind you. You feel this sudden pain in the back of your head, and you wake back up as Sarah. It has been literally a second since Sarah fell to the ground unconscious. She stirs and wakes up, and in her hand is that necklace, except for now the eye seems to have closed. Ursula, you're standing there next to her form as she comes through, and Ophelia, you're still out looking at squirrels.
Tersa would have used smelling salts, by the way, trying to get her roused
I
up.
mean,
So.
this was like
Like
30
a second.
seconds.
Oh, I'm not even okay.
Yeah, it's like she
He's
touched
got him in
it.
his hand. Like
She
he's ready
touched
to
it.
go, and he's like,
She
oh,
touched it, fell to the ground, and then in that same quickness, her eyes opened back up. So I mean, but what it was to you in your mind, Sarah, as you went through this was about a half hour, 45 minutes has gone by in this other like past memory that you just lived through.
So, like, to go back when I was in that memory or whatever, as she got stuck with that poker and she screamed, I would have went to reach for my bow, knowing that, like, and then realizing that I'm not Sarah,
Yeah.
and then I would have gotten knocked out.
Yep.
So when I come to, obviously I feel like hysterical. I'm like heartbeat going. And I would tell Tersal, I'm like, something with me and jewelry. I don't know. But I was just in a memory of a young lady. There was some serious shit that went on. And the priest, albeit much younger, was torturing young women and telling them to confess in the basement of the church.
It looked like this church?
Yes. I'll hold on to this. The eye is closed now. Maybe it will open and we'll get more info.
Was there anybody else down there? Was it just the priest torturing this girl?
It was a man in heavy armor. I assume a man. But somebody
Did
heavy
did
armor.
it look like he had a? Did he have a whole head, or was he headless?
Yes, he had a full head.
Okay.
But he was doing the punishment.
I didn't even think about that.
Well, Ophelia, you're not hearing any of this because you're still off with doggo and squirrels and trees.
You're having internal dialogue on the difference between a gray and a red squirrel. Like this one's tail is definitely larger than the other one I saw. But
And the nuts. He has so many nuts.
There's so many nuts. Oh my god.
This is when you guys all find out that Ophelia is a furry.
Oh.
by any chance, so the armored guy grabbed a poker and was torturing it. Did it look like a poker? Was it a brand? Did it look like?
I couldn't tell if it was a brand, but it was a poker and a fire.
Okay.
I think it like when it was placed to her skin, he told her to confess.
Well, you guys feel like breaking and entering? I mean, we're probably already on the naughty list, so.
Like, guys, I found so many acorns.
And Sarah's gonna look at Jersal and be like, Oh, I'm all about hurt. That's me.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of torturing girls. So and he'll kind of call out to Ophelia, be like, just drop your nuts, get over here. We got some stuff going on.
And I'm going to continue to look around the ground.
All right, we'll roll an investigation check.
Tursel's gonna pass the information on to Ophelia, explain what happened to Sarah and everything.
So as you kind of sift around, a little more determined, a little more knowledgeable of what happened in the past, you do notice that, yeah, this dirt is very well packed in. It's been there for a long, long time, but it's not all dirt. There seems to be shards of burnt bone
Oh,
and burnt wood in this mound.
did they burn people here? That sucks.
I'm like, Tersalt, look, bones, wood. And I'm just continuing to dig around.
Well, you're only able to dig like maybe a little bit from your fingers because, like I said, it's so compacted from the years of rain and all of that that you're not moving this without a shovel or stabbing it with your dagger a bunch.
Well, and as Ophelia approaches with Meekin, he'll see me digging.
Actually, roll a.
You gotta go up on him now.
That's what I was going to see if he would even be willing to. It would be a Constitution save.
Oh.
6.
No, Doggo won't go up the hill. Doggo gets right to the hill, and just like any other animal you kind of see in the area, wants to stay away from it.
And I show Ophelia the necklace.
Ophelia?
Sorry.
She shows you the necklace.
Oh yeah. Like, oh goody, it's another one of those things.
I didn't put it on.
Did you touch it?
She's touching it right now as she shows it to you.
Obviously.
I
Like,
laid it on
why
my
would you do that?
It got kicked to my boot. I bent down. I picked it up. I didn't know
I'll
what it
reach out, grab it to look at it a little closer.
It is a
Is it shiny?
roll an investigation.
Okay. Whoops. Come back. That was a 8.
8. Yeah, it's a shiny.
No, intelligence doesn't add to investigation. Never mind.
Okay. See, it's
Actually, it does.
No,
Yeah, it is.
You guys have an intelligence.
It's a 20. There you go. So yeah, it is a shiny looking necklace, though it does look like it has been tarnished by flames. You do see that in the center appears to be a closed eye, and it's surrounded by skeletal, almost like a bat wings type backing. But yes, as you're really looking at it, you can tell that this thing has been burned in a fire.
It's like it's been a little barbecued. That's not
nice.
good for who
Ask
might
Tersalt
be
if
wearing
there's
it.
like any religious symbol he's aware of. Do I
Have a
recognize it from the Bible?
religion check real quick.
You can roll a religion check, but I was gonna say I'll tell you right now you won't. You have never seen this symbol before.
Do I
Yeah,
recognize
I
it?
don't
No.
know them all, but
It's
this
not
doesn't
in
look like
it's
anything
not in the
my
book. It's nothing that any one of you have ever really would have seen.
So Tursel's going to kind of kneel down. He's basically looking right at that church and kind of filling with the dirt while he plans things out. Be like, obviously we need to get into this place, but maybe we wait till nightfall. Like we could wander the village for a couple of hours, wait till we get it cover of darkness, and then we find our way in and see what we can see. There's nothing good coming out of this place. I don't know how it connects to a headless horseman, but man, it sounds like a great place to start.
Okay.
I don't know how much breaking you guys have done, but I usually do mine at night. So
I'm not gonna wander the village. I don't want any attention.
Yeah. I'm cool with the breaking and entering under the cover of
on the roadway.
Uh-huh.
Make me a shorter. I'm short enough as it is.
True.
Maybe we should go follow up with the doctor dude and be like, what the hell have you signed us up for?
Yeah, I want to take this necklace to the doctor.
All right. So as you guys
I'd like to know.
leave this cemetery and you head to the one house, it seems odd and out of place. You get closer and you notice that it is both clean and dirty. It's both the same architecture, but yet different architecture than the other houses. It's just odd all over. You knock on the door and the doctor opens it and you guys enter. Uh, there is one large room with a ladder that leads up to like a loft, and you can see up there is a single bed. Other than that, the large room, there is a table with the young man's body on it right now. His chest has been opened. Doc seems to be preparing him for burial. You notice that there are the clothes from the deceased are piled over on a little side table by the door. Um, the doctor's tools are all out everywhere. They're not in the best of shape. As he leads you guys into the room, he kind of just goes back to work as you guys fill him in. What would you like to do?
I would ask him if he recognizes the necklace.
You cannot see his face to tell if there is any recognition, but he seems to be weary of it. He will not touch it.
I ask him what it is.
He says that he's not sure, but there may be a book in the church that could tell us what it is, but he has never seen it.
But you seem awfully weary of it. Why?
It radiates a dark magic. And he turns to you and goes, I'm surprised you cannot feel it, Tercel.
Can I feel it?
I don't know, can you? Roll a perception check.
Let's
Have
find
you
out.
tried?
As a cleric,
9 and
You don't have like identify holy or
no, not really.
evil presence.
More of a paladin.
We're gonna start picking things that were like cleric. What are you getting off of this?
Right. So natural perception would be 13.
13, you do get a faint sense that this item is not good.
I won't put it on. I'll just leave it in my pocket.
All right. So you guys wish to hang out at the doctor's until nightfall? All right.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right.
Yes.
We'll say you guys kind of hang out. You watch the doctor perform the prepping of the body for the funeral. Um, a coffin is brought in, the body is put in it. But he does not seal the coffin yet. Its lid would be nailed on it. It's off to the side, staying up on the wall, so the body is just in there. It is dressed in only like a crude underwear type thing. Like all the clothes have been still are over in the pile. And while you guys are there for all of that, and as it starts to get darker, we will take a break so that we can change the map.
Well,
So-
during this time that he's doing all the prepping and stuff, Sarah's just talking his ear off about how crazy all of this stuff is to her. Like us druids, we don't do this with bodies.
You can tell that though he's listening, he's not listening.
They're just talking.
He just keeps doing his
He's
work.
just like, mm-hmm.
Yeah. He doesn't even nod though. I mean, he just keeps going about his business without saying.
Nice.
So we will take a break and we'll change the map here, and we'll be back in a little bit.
Cool.
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 Of course, I get them.
Margin. Yeah. Out of the way. All right, as we come back here, we're waiting on everybody. I will go ahead and remind everybody the streams, all the zombie streams are now sponsored by Dovey Energy Drink.
Oh yeah.
So it is quite yummy. I am drinking the one that's called Dub Sludge. It is a green apple flavor. It is really good. They are sugar free and pretty yummy. If you use the code that pops up in chat or is on my Discord, you get a 10% discount, I believe. But yes, I highly recommend it as an energy drink powder.
Nice.
Yes, we're trying to get him off the monsters.
There's my little sponsorship ad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
Cheaper too.
Probably.
Eh, the container was like $40 for the container, but it has 100 servings in it, and you only one scoop is enough for a 16-ounce glass of water.
Right.
Anything more, it's a little overpowering. But and that's from someone who drinks a lot of caffeine, so it's very good. I'm gonna try to talk to the people at W about getting my own cup instead of the cute anime girl here with the zombie on it.
Pretty cool.
So, yeah, that'd be really cool. Some zombie inspired art cups around here. I'd be all about that. So, but yes, there's a code that pops up in chat. It's on Discord. There's a whole section just for our sponsor W. So go check them out and enjoy yummy energy drinks. And I highly recommend the Dub Sludge because it is, horrible name. Kind of sounds like it's going to be horrible, but it's green apple and it tastes pretty damn good. So, all right. So let's say it is nighttime now. You guys have you went back through the cemetery and over the little bit of the wall there and made your way around to the front of the church, which is the only doors into the church.
Shit.
It
I was
is
hoping for some kind of like a back door.
well, it is completely dark. It is a new moon out tonight, so there is no moonlight or anything. And with the thickness of the forest that surrounds it, it is very dark. So you guys are hidden pretty well. How would you like to proceed?
Well, before
I
we head
can
out,
see
I
in
did
the
look at the
dark.
Netflix feed that I was open
You did not.
again. Okay.
It's not dark enough that you can't see. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
if
Was
someone
it
was out on the
well?
street, they wouldn't notice you unless they were really looking for you.
Don't you have
Oh, well, that's
transfer
good. Okay.
portals to help you?
That was Brenna.
Okay.
So where are we at? Are we at the door then?
Yes, you
or-
guys are standing at the front door of the church.
Alright. And it's locked or like
You-
chained or was that?
You
from-
have-
that
you
was a
haven't-
gate from earlier. Alright,
You
I'm
haven't. You climbed
I
over a
like to
wall.
move.
You are currently
Move
standing at the
around.
front of a door to the church, and that's where we're starting off. So, how would you like to proceed? All right. You notice that there are no doorknobs on a church.
Oh, nice.
There are bronze plates where people's hands would go.
okay. And try to lightly shoulder nudge it open, peek in.
It
Or is
gives
it a full
without
style?
it gives without any effort. It slowly opens up, no noise. The doors have been well maintained. The hinges actually seem very maintained. Like I said, this church seems very clean, though plain. But it looks to be well taken care of.
I just
Okay.
whisper over to Saul and like, you feeling any sort of way?
Feels like church to me. Where did you say your vision took place? Was it beneath this thing?
Well, I was inside the church, cleaning the floors, and there's a door that leads downstairs to a long hallway.
Let's go see if we can find it.
All right. So as you all slip inside the church and close the door behind you, there are candles lit around the church, so it's very dim lighting, but you can see that there is a hardwood floor, high arching stone ceilings with the wooden rafters across it. There are pews on both sides, but the far end is the altar. and there are stairs that lead up to the altar. And there are stained glass windows along the side of it that uh, depict different uh, religious moments from the book that you and Tercel had read. You do notice there is a door in the back that is closed.
And I don't recall from my memory where I was in the church. I just
You
know
were
that there
in the
was a
main part of
door.
the church.
Yeah, I just remember that there was a door.
Tursel's gonna take a minute to kind of appreciate the church itself. Like he's not real keen on other gods and religions, but just be like, oh, it's cool, and kind of like to focus a little bit on the stained glass to see if the stories strike me as familiar or strange or anything like that.
They seem, from your quick perusing of their Bible, to be strictly from that Bible.
Okay.
I mean, you kind of caught a couple stories as you're flipping through it and just peruse them enough that you do identify a couple of them from there. But they are
Gotcha.
very intricately done stained windows. Like I said, this place is not like gaudy, like excessiveness, but it is very nice. And it is definitely a very beautiful church.
But there's no like casual depictions of girls getting branded or tortured
No,
in the
you do not.
basement. Like,
You do
if
not.
you're here for a torture chamber.
No, there's no neon sign that
Oh,
says fun room this
Okay,
way,
gotcha.
No, there's nothing like that. It is very much your run of the mill church from where you
It's
guys are
all
standing.
all business. Gotcha.
Yes.
So yeah, Tercel will kind of notice that door and be like, "What do you think, Sarah?"
I say let's go. And I'm still feeling the heart-strickenness of seeing those girls being tortured down there. Like, now I want vengeance.
All right. So as you guys make your way to that door, who's going to check it? All right.
check it.
Roll an investigation,
Now
Ophelia.
remember,
It's gone.
yeah, your advantage is gone.
Totally gone, guys. Y'all are screwed.
Didn't really help you out much, anyways.
She
Hey,
learned a
so
lot
what she
about
was gonna come
squirrels.
across?
So what am I rolling?
Investigation.
Investigation.
Investigation. Well, yeah. Okay.
When she was
14.
leading the way, I didn't know what we were gonna come across, so I wanted her to have the thought that.
Well, it's good. She learned a lot about squirrels.
I did, and they're nuts.
Yeah. What'd you roll, D?
14.
14. So yeah, as you approach this door, it is a wooden door with like the iron hinges that go across it. It has a big metal plate where you can see there's a keyhole and not like a door handle, but like a metal loop that you would hold on to close it, or you would use flat palm to open it.
Okay. I like to.
All right, it is locked.
Push. Anybody know how to pick locks?
No.
Or do you see a key? A button?
That'd be sleight of hand.
Yeah, it'd be a sleight of hand.
Oh, actually, damn it.
I'm gonna give it
I
a
don't
go.
have that. Never mind.
I'll try and see
I
if
don't
I
have
can
that. I just have stealth.
pick it.
Okay. Do you have thieves' tools on you though?
Oh, I don't think so.
Mm,
I don't believe I own these tools. Anybody own
No.
these tools?
I don't.
I got many keys though.
Yeah, they're not going to work.
Mm.
I have lots
All
and
right.
lots of keys.
So, since you don't have a set of thieves' tools and you're going to try a sleight of hand, you are going to be at disadvantage for this.
Oh, that's just
Tersel's gonna take a minute, close his eyes, put his hand on her shoulder, and give her guidance. You get D4 on top of whatever you're about to do.
okay. So 8 was my lowest. I get to add a D4. That's a 3, so 8
11.
is 11 plus my sleight of hand, so 14.
14. After several minutes of trying to like cram little pieces of metal and stick in there, you've seen people pick locks before, and you're sure you can do it. Um, the lock does finally give, but at the same time, the little piece of metal you're using also breaks and is now jammed in the lock.
Well, we'll figure that out here in a minute. Let's go see what's going on down here.
All right, so yeah, you guys make your way down the stairs. That marker. Ah, death to the mic
And your camera.
and my camera. Let's have this new setup. There we go. Okay, so you guys make your way down. There's another door at the bottom of the stairs. It is not locked and it opens rather easily. And it leads you into a hallway.
And I'm like, yes, this is the place.
So Sarah fills in that there are 6 rooms in this hallway, 3 on each side, and then there's the door way at the front, at the far end, which led to the room that she saw.
And the girl got the feeling that these were like his quarters. So, like personal quarters, right?
As far as she knew, they were priest quarters, but she did not know what they were.
Right.
So in very whispered tones, Tersel's gonna say something horribly ironic, be like, "We should probably try to keep it real quiet then, if we're trying to get to that door back there."
Are we tiptoeing then?
Yes, we're gonna go stealth.
Yes, you're going to go stealth, so each of you is going to roll a stealth roll.
Well, I'm gonna cast.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's that
Yeah.
one.
Is there anything I can help myself out with at this point?
What's left with that, dear?
Pass without a trace.
I was going to say, if anyone has passed without a trace, that's
Oh
what
yeah,
you
that'd be perfect.
I'm casting pass without a trace.
Wait.
And that gives us.
What do I have? I have something. Because I am a monk.
For an hour, we get plus 10 to dex save.
Oh yeah.
to dex saves.
Right?
Yes.
To dex saves or
I
dex?
have without a trace.
Bonus to dexterity checks.
Dexterity
So-
checks. There you go. Because those are two
That
different
sounds
things.
A creature
Yeah,
that
you're a
receives this
monk
bonus
of the
action
shadow.
on
I
traps
forgot.
or
I
other
have
traces
had
of its
without a trace.
passage.
I never get to use this shit. This is awesome.
Well, which one of you is casting it?
I'm casting pass without a trace.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Sarah casts Pass Without a Trace. So you don't have to
Okay.
cast yours, Ophelia.
All right. Yay.
Okay. So yeah. So everyone roll a stealth check. You guys get plus 10 to your stealth.
God, terrifying.
Make sure you roll for doggo.
26 for Sarah.
We got 10?
Yep.
Yep.
17 for Doggo.
Only got a 16.
All right.
Thank God for that fucking spell.
Thank
Okay,
God.
18 for Tercel.
I would
I
have
see. I was waiting for Tercels there because Tercel's always the one. But
Yeah.
I'll let you know 15 was what you had to beat, so you all beat it. Okay, so
Nice.
you guys stealthily
Thank
make it
fucking
all the way
Christ.
down to the end of the hallway. Um, before you, it's the same style wooden door, except for not only does this one have the lock and the panel, there is actually a large locking mechanism, like a large padlock that has locked it at the top and at the bottom. So this has 3 locks.
And I look back at Tersala and Ophelia and be like, yeah, I got no chance. Maybe one of these rooms.
Well,
Well, let's check to see if it's locked first.
Yeah.
See what?
See if it's locked.
Check. Is it actually
Oh,
locked? Or is it
there's
just look like
the 2 big padlock looking locks are clearly locked.
Okay.
Whether or not the door lock wouldn't even matter because those 2 locks alone are holding the
Right.
door shut.
Hmm.
So we can start searching these rooms.
I think we're gonna have to. Hopefully they leave the keys in the rooms.
Yeah.
If they take them with them, then. I mean, best case scenario, all the rooms are empty and we just break down that fucking door.
Yeah.
True.
Alright, well.
Alright. Room number
There-
1.
Is there an intelligent way to do this? My
Well-
breaking and entering skills are.
Are all the doors shut to the rooms? Or
They are all shut.
open?
There are 3 on each side, 6 total.
Any light emitting underneath the doors or anything?
Nope. The only light is from a small candle at the big door you guys are at, which is enough to kind of give you a dim hallway light. Think of it like a night light when you're up in the middle of the night. It kind of gives just enough so you don't trip.
What about like
Sorry?
medieval CPAP machines? Do we hear the rustle of noise?
Go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Holy shit. Dice like that joke, apparently. Perception 20, 23.
No, there is no Lord Vader noises anywhere in the building.
Alright, cool.
Just doggos breathing hard.
Right.
Doggo.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
Do any of the doors look more ornate or special or anything?
They're all identical, simple wooden doors.
All
I'm
right.
gonna try the
Once
one
again, Tercel's gonna slap Ophelia in the back and be like, alright, let's lead the way.
Alright.
I'm gonna take Meekin and we're gonna go to the door on the right.
All right.
Alright.
I'll follow Ophelia wherever she's
I'll
going.
check the door on the left.
Try and open
All right.
it.
Move them to the one. Okay, so we'll start off with Sarah. Go ahead.
I'm just trying the door.
Yeah, it opens right up.
Okay. So then I'll peek my head in.
All right, give me an investigation.
16.
So this seems to be a storeroom. You see there are barrels with like fruits and like barrels of the sacramental wine. Um, you don't see like this is not like a living quarter or anything. So nothing that would be maybe where a key would be.
Well, I'm looking around like the door to see if there's like a hook or keys for
No.
the door.
No. All that's in this is like food and drink storage for the church. It's the larder of the church.
All right, so I turn around to where Ophelia and Tercel are. And I'll be like, well, note to Tercel, hey, that's where the ceremonial wine is for later.
Oh,
Later.
I'm already a sinner. I mean,
Later.
All right.
okay, okay.
So who's trying the door out of you two?
Ophelia,
Hmm.
with guidance.
Oh, you don't need it.
Guidance?
The door does open.
Okay,
Okay.
never mind. No guidance for you.
Okay, cool.
All right. So yeah, the door opens up. Roll an investigation check.
Oh yeah, I have to. 11.
11. This seems to be a study. There are a few bookshelves, and there's a table with a book on it, a snuffed out candle, and a solitary chair. Without going in to actually look at it, you couldn't tell what the books are, but that's what it seems to be.
You want to
And
go
I
and look or
remember that
what?
the doctor
Turtle?
said something about a book.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna definitely go in
All right.
and peruse books.
All right.
Mm.
So then roll investigation check.
I'm gonna nudge Ophelia and be like, let's let her study. Let's see what's in the next room.
Okay.
All right.
Nat
To the
20.
next.
Are you guys just going to stay on the same side of the hallway?
Yeah. Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so
yeah,
you guys
yeah.
move down to the next one. You move into study the books. As you're perusing the books, you see that there are uh, no titles on these books. So as you open them up, you see that there are dates, and they date back to about 150, 200 years ago. And they are all notes on what appear to be a trial, but not just one trial, many trials. You see the word guilty at the end of every trial. You do not see anything regarding the symbol.
Am I reading what all of these people are guilty of?
They are all guilty of witchcraft. As you peruse through, you do find a silver key with a red gem inset in the very top of the key, like where when you put your key ring on, it'd be about there. And it's a red gem inset in it.
Okay.
All right. All right. As you guys go to the next door, it opens up also.
What do I know about witchcraft? The white
Roll,
man's witchcraft.
roll a religion or history check.
18.
18. You know that though it has been disproven, the religious sects that persecuted people for magic use, uh, they would wrongly accuse most of the time people. And even though hags and witches do exist in your world, these people were not actually hags or witches usually. Usually it was someone who had been wronged, had accused them of being hags or witches, and the church, using various methods, got them to eventually either confess or they were tested and died. Those who confessed and were found guilty were usually burned or drowned.
And part of Sarah's dislike of religion would probably be based on stories like this and
Yes.
others similar.
All right, so roll investigation check on that room you guys just opened.
Yeah.
You go, amigo.
Do you want to?
Tersal's like, I'm letting you look.
You're so rude. Why would you do that? Oh, you might have wanted to do that. You should have been like, it's your turn. I got a 3.
3.
Oh, shit.
There's a room.
I mean, do I have any? Is there any? Do I? I didn't write down if I had any support.
She
or
forgets
nothing,
to
so.
open the door. She's like, I don't see anything.
What
No,
are we
that
doing
would have
in
been
this
a
hallway
1.
again?
That would have been a 1.
Okay.
Actually, what a 1 would have been was she would have looked at the door, turned around, like, I just see this long hallway. Why are you already in the room, Tersal?
Yeah. What the hell?
But no, with the 3, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. There are 2 beds in this room. They don't look like they've been slept in, but that's about all you really can tell from a quick investigation.
So did you guys go in the room or are you just standing outside?
I was looking in through the door because I'm not smart enough to go in.
Tursel's gonna kind of push her over the shoulder, be like, just go in the room. There's nobody in here, and we'll go in the room and look a little harder.
All right. Yeah. I'll peruse some more. Try to.
Let's have Tersal roll an investigation.
Yeah. Yeah. You roll, babe. Get it, Tersal.
Oh no.
Ha! Ha,
That's
motherfucker!
that's a 6.
So, yes, this is a bedroom. You've heard of these before. It is a room that you go and sleep in. This one appears to have two occupants at one time. It doesn't seem to have been used recently. It is very dusty in here. In fact, you don't think anyone's been in this room for a long time.
Mhm.
Luckily, we all have passed without a trace, so we leave no traces as well. So while they're perusing in there, because of their low scores, I'm sure they're still in there when I get done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, and I'm like, it seems all of these people are considered guilty of witchcraft back in, 150 years ago.
Hmm.
I found books, ledgers, of case after case after case of people being accused of witchcraft.
It always confuses me when religions do this. Like, there's actual witches. If you've ever seen one, you'll fucking know. We saw one. I'll never forget it.
Never.
Damn straight.
Um, yeah, it's a Tristle kind of just dismissed this room, having looked barely and not seen anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't
I
think
will
we're
take
gonna
a
find
look.
a key in here.
What?
And I will take a look around.
All right, roll an investigation.
17.
17.
17.
Damn.
All right, so as you, with the more skillful eye, look around, you do notice that there are two end tables, one next to each bed. There is a candle on them. Both have not been lit in forever. You open up the drawers. The first one comes open, no problem. It is completely empty. Just dust, a couple dust bunnies, a pissed off spider. You close it. You go to open the other one, and you look inside of it, and what is that noise? Keep getting beeps in my head. I think it's Discord. Anyways, all right. So this drawer, it's a little harder to open. You open it up, but when you do, the drawer comes all the way out, and a piece of paper falls out of it.
Okay, I retrieve paper.
All right. So as you open the paper, look, it's very old. As you unfolding the parchment like this paper, it's almost rips because that's how brittle it is. Uh, inside of the text on it, barely legible, is a note from a family to their daughter, hoping she is well. And then it just kind of bleeds off. You can't read it anymore.
Oh.
Okay.
You do make out the name of the daughter as Isabella. Yep.
So I carefully fold that paper back and I get one of my books, one of my many books that I've collected over the time, and I carefully place it in between and put it back in my bag.
All right.
No key in the
Nope.
drawer.
Turtle's gonna jokingly tap Ophelia on the shoulder, be like, "Why didn't you see that shit?" Like, God.
Yeah. Hmm. I'll remember this the next time I owe you a drink. I'm not gonna pay up. Asshole.
All right, what were you guys doing while I was there? Did you
Yep.
go down to this one?
I'm gonna go to the next room.
Yeah,
Alright.
third door on the left, or yeah, left.
All right. This
You
one
get your
also
turn.
opens right up.
I'll be like, go ahead, Tercel.
Yeah, I will confidently take a few steps in and look around.
Mm,
At this point, like Tursel's starting to warm up. I don't know. Then maybe he's taking a drink while you guys are looking or something.
mm.
Investigation has a dirty 20.
30, 20. All right. So this room has one bed. It has not been used in a long, long time. The blankets are eaten away by moths and time itself. There is a wardrobe on one side of the wall, and then there's a nightstand table with no drawers. and again, a single candle that's been snuffed out.
Hmm.
As you open the wardrobe, you see a helmet. It's a heavy plate helmet sitting on the very bottom shelf. And that is all that is in it.
So Sarah definitely told me that there was an armored guy torturing girls. So definitely. Do I want to touch the helmet?
Of course you do.
Maybe check it for auras.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably
do
not a
your,
bad
do your
idea.
cleric thing first.
Hey, D, I found you a hat.
Right.
Come
Here,
here,
catch.
Ophelia, come get it. It's a new hat.
My
for
dumb
you.
ass would be like, ooh!
You're always in the mood for a good hat.
Like,
Um,
Bloop,
so yeah,
and your head gets squished.
without touching it, I'll go and kind of kneel and pay close attention to this helmet. See if I like check for three things. One, see if it bared any resemblance to the armor the headless horseman guy was wearing earlier. See if it accounts for anything that Sarah told me from her vision, and then see if it's emitting any kind of aura.
Okay, so number one,
Okay.
you were not able to see enough of the horseman's armor to be able to compare. Um, though this is a true plate helmet, it does seem almost kind of decorative. Not one that one worn into battle as like armor, but more as to strike fear. Um, it does kind of resemble what Sarah had described to you of the armored man's helmet. And no, you don't feel anything radiating off of it. It is a helmet.
Um, so yeah, curiosity getting me. Tercel would like to pick it up and kind of examine it, see if he can discern anything else about it.
All right. As you pick it up, laying on underneath where the helmet was is a gold key with a green gem set in the top of it.
Number two.
Other than that, it's a helmet.
Resisting the urge to just slap this thing on my head and walk on out, but um,
I'm
I'll
resisting the
carry
urge.
uh carry it out with me and kind of show it to Sarah and be like, "This look familiar to you at all?"
And it was, right?
Yes, you would recognize it as the helmet that the armored man was wearing.
Damn.
Are you getting any bad vibes off that thing?
No vibes, but man, it sounded a lot like what you were talking about.
That is one scary looking fucking hound.
Yeah.
You want to put it in the bag of holding?
Yeah, we could hold on to it, I guess.
You might put a buff on your, like, intimidation.
I mean, probably have to
Not
get the
very
rest of the armor,
intimidating
but
for Saul.
we might have to sort that out later. Yeah, I'll throw it in the bag of holding.
Add it to the bag.
Do you take the key also?
Oh, absolutely. Sorry, I
Okay.
didn't say that out loud.
You were so fascinated by the helmet, you just leave the key there. I could see
Yeah,
Ophelia
yeah.
doing it.
Ooh.
Right.
And be like, ooh, shiny!
Look at this helmet.
I put on the list of bag of holding items. Badass helm.
Yeah, you did put a box around that.
And do I show him my silver key? And they match.
Well, they don't match, but they are keys.
Right. They're similar looking.
Mhm.
Yes.
All right.
Right. So how many locks do we have on the door? I forget.
3.
Oh,
I'm
was it
gonna
3? Okay.
peek my head in this door.
All right, roll an investigation.
Ooh. 6.
This room is rather dark, and you see that there seems to be a large cabinet up against the wall and nothing else in it.
I'm gonna go in. I want to look in the
All right. As you approach the cabinet, you realize it is locked.
The cabinet is.
Mm-hmm.
I try my key.
You hear it click, but it stays locked.
Just up.
I'll offer her my key. I'm like a foot or so in the door. But yeah, you can try this one.
So when you put the second key in, turn and click, you hear a mechanism open and the doors open up. Inside of it is a box, a simple wooden box.
Can I take my key back out?
Nope.
It's they're in there.
Yep.
Mm.
Not till we close these, probably. Well, Tercel, there's a box. You want to see if it's something I should touch?
Yeah, I'll give it the old clerical analysis. Kind of, I'm tempted to light something, but I'm liking that we're in darkness. So, just doing what he can to get close and examine it to the best of his ability. The investigation. Is a 7.
It's a box. It's a simple wooden box. It has 2 hinges on the back, no clasp closing it. It just has a lid and it opens up and closes. It's a box.
All right, because I just have all faith in Tercel. I'm like, okay, so I go ahead and I open the box.
When you open the box, you see that there is a purple velvet cushion inside the box with an imprint that matches the necklace you are carrying.
Hmm. I take box.
Okay.
I put necklace in box.
All right.
I put that in the bag.
All right.
Anything else in this room?
Nope.
Carry on.
What'd you do with the box?
I put the necklace at the box, and then I put the box in my bag.
Okay. We're still missing the key.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I shut the doors, I see if I can get the key back out.
Nope. Those keys stay in that door.
Damn.
Oh, damn. We were 2 for 3, now we're 0 for 3. What were you doing, Ophelia?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm right behind you guys. Do we have another
There's one room left.
room? All right. Let's
Oh,
go
is
check
there?
that. Mm-hmm.
Nice. I thought we were out of
Let's
rooms.
go check that room.
Alright, I'm gonna peek in.
Yep. The door opens up.
17. That's what we see?
Yeah.
No.
Giant Tabaxi says, "What are you fuckers doing?"
Like,
Roll
okay,
for
we got any keys?
roll
We need
for
some keys.
initiative.
Right.
No.
By the way, this is not just Tabaxi, it's a Terrasac.
Ah.
Hi.
Say hi.
Wow.
Meow meow. Meow meow. Meow 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 meow.
You're so pretty.
I'm not gonna keep you on my lap because you like to fart. She does. You'll be petting her, she'll be loving. Next thing you're like, man, you stink.
Nah.
She'll just
So
rip
I
it.
rolled a 17.
That's
Yes, I heard what you rolled.
hilarious.
We were just taking a cat break. Yeah. Mainly because she keeps looking around my DM screen at me. So
Hmm.
so yeah, you open this door and you enter this room. This is the nicest of all the rooms you've been in. There is a red carpet on the floor. There is an elegant bed over in the corner. There is a wardrobe, and there is a small desk. And hanging on the wall is a key ring.
Tercel, keys.
Good news.
As I head to the desk.
All right.
I'll head to the keys.
Roll investigation.
Yep. Investigation on the desk.
12.
12. It's a writing desk. There are various sermons in a pile. Some of them look fresh. You can tell by the candle that's been snuffed out. This candle is rather been used recently, probably within the last day or two.
Hmm.
And I look back and I whisper to them, stay alert. This room is used.
Hmm. Okay. I'll keep peeking outside the door then, just to be like, now I'm paranoid.
Melon?
Am I seeing any books?
Nope.
Tursel's going to kind of eyeball the keys for a second. It seemed like a fairly obvious place to put keys, but if he doesn't see anything too threatening, he'll just go ahead and grab them.
Keys hanging on the wall, man.
Cool. I'm going to grab them
Sweet.
keys.
All right. So you guys heading to the final room then with the 3 locks?
Oh, we need to check that wardrobe too.
Okay, you want to investigate the wardrobe? Go ahead.
Yeah. Yep.
Hi.
10 plus 3, 13.
13. You open it up, and there are several of the red robes and sashes that you saw the priest wearing hanging inside of it.
This is definitely his room.
And what kind of vibe was I getting from the sermons that were on that desk?
They're just sermons from the book, very religious sermons.
I didn't know if it was highly focused on particular things.
Nope,
in
just
the
just sermons you would expect from that book. Yes, I know you're there. Lots of kisses.
Excuse me,
Beauty.
mister. I'd like more attention.
Excuse me.
Tercel will kind of just give a casual waving of the robes to see if anything's underneath them. Otherwise, he's content with having found nothing.
Nope, there is nothing other than robes and sashes in there.
Yeah, if I were a corrupt priest, I probably wouldn't hide anything good in my wardrobe either. So,
Incriminating.
right.
So I say we head down, we try to do
Yeah.
Yeah.
say you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Stop. All right, so yeah, the keys fit the locks, and you guys open the door.
Yay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Are you entering the room?
Of course.
All right, so
Who's
Ophelia
going
enters
first?
the room.
No.
So,
Yeah, sure.
all right,
As she passes by me, I could cast haste on her. I can find that one.
Know for sure that there's gonna be a boss in here.
So up for a minute, so it's only a minute. You gain a +2 bonus to your AC. You have advantage on Dex saving throws, and you gain an additional action to each of your turns.
Damn.
It's a 1 weapon attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use an object.
wow.
Right. Mm-mm. Oh.
All right, so you guys are all entering the room.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
You are easily distracted.
Well,
Well,
no, sorry. I was trying to look up because I want to put haste in front of me so I know exactly what it is. So
All right, so
Oh,
you guys,
I'm
'cause I'm
saying
an
the
idiot.
DM is being very.
well, who's rolling?
Oh, the
Best
DM is being distracted. Sorry.
roll a perception check, all of you.
Okay.
Nat 20. Second of the day.
That is a nat 7.
17.
Doggo?
19. What was it?
Perception.
20. 30.
All right. Whew. So as you all walk into this room, the doors close behind you.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Everyone but Tercel feels that this room is very cold, very sorrow filled. Like the air is sick, like thick of like pain and suffering. As you look around, you see manticles hanging from the wall. You see old copper stains on the ground. There is a what would almost be like a hot tub sized container uh with like old water in it that also has like a copper hinge to it. There are tools rusting all over, just like some on the ground, some on tables. Um,
So nothing like it's been currently used.
no, this room definitely has not been used in at least 100 years.
Well, that's good.
Kind of Gly's still quietly talking to Sarah. It's like, is this your room? Did we find it?
Can't you feel that?
Um, this room's definitely pretty scary. I don't really know that I feel anything per se, but
Feels fucking cold in here, dude.
I'm gonna look
Do you
around
not
a
feel
little.
All right,
that?
roll
You're
investigation
the
check.
cleric.
seen a lot of shit in my day.
Oh, well.
19.
19. Yeah, you don't find anything other than what you've generally seen in the room. Um, like I says, with it not been used in so long, yeah, there's just not much here.
I pull out the box with the necklace in it and I open it. I look at the ring or the necklace.
The eye is still closed.
Mm.
Like, Sarah, I don't know how closely you read that book, but I don't think anything that got done in this room was unsinful. I think we're still on to
I'll let you
something
guys
here,
investigate.
but
What about that helmet?
what about it?
You want to pull the helmet out, see if anything happens while we're in here?
I'm good. Have to wait for Zombie to get back.
Mm.
I'd imagine it probably won't do much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they're torturing people, we got blood everywhere. We
Yeah.
can check out the pokers and, I don't know.
Mm. Well, I mean, there's a curse on this town, obviously, so we need to figure out how to get rid of it or what's causing it.
Yeah.
Obviously, this priest guy is up to absolutely no good, just sacrificing people because they think that they're guilty of something that is
But
not
how
true.
is he
Well, and
harboring or
the book
controlling
Sarah read said that witch
the
trials
spirit?
went for like the last 150 years or whatever.
Mm.
So, a lot of time for people to get upset and start casting curses.
That's true.
I'm checking the fireplace to see if that any of those pokers is a branding.
No, they are
Like that.
more like long, thin metal needles.
Ew.
And over time now they've kind of rusted and you know
Sure. Well,
Hmm.
I guess this is a dead
Just was
end.
gonna kind of have a moment of thought and look back at the doors and be like, why did those fucking doors close? And maybe kind of poke around, see if he finds something trappy, like pressure plates or a tripwire, like See if there was a mechanical reason for those doors to close.
You cannot
That
find
is a
one.
little creepy.
Can I try the door, or are they gonna open
Yeah.
for us again?
I don't know. Go ahead and give it a try.
All right, I'm gonna try to open the door carefully and be like, is this? Are we fucked right now? What's going on?"
So it'd just be a strength roll.
Okay.
Ah,
Ooh, that'd be a
weakling.
3.
Oh.
Tercel didn't have
So
lunch today, so
Tercel goes to grab the door, thinking he's going to have to pull with all of his might. Door comes right open, smacks him right in the face.
super.
Oh, bummer.
They weren't locked in, buddy. If
He's
they
gonna kind of
I walked
he's gonna
by.
kind of rub his nose because that's the furthest point out from his face. Be like, son of a bitch. All right, I guess doors just close easily around here.
Hmm. I mean, maybe there's a draft.
Is there a draft? Have you felt a
Oh.
draft, Ophelia?
I don't think
Why
so.
why
Have
don't
I?
you why don't you roll the check?
Yeah, roll a perception check.
Yep, I'm rolling perception. See
That'd
if
be a
there's-
good clue.
Ugh, I got it. What is that? Perception. 11.
No. The air is still. There's been no draft.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, can I do like a? Can I get any kind of feeling of a presence? I mean, obviously everybody felt cold. Could I do more of like a clerical feeling for it? Is there spirits? Is there anything to talk to? Maybe
Oh.
throw out like a hopeful speak with the dead or something.
It wouldn't be a speak with the dead because I think you need to have a corpse for that.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's an Arcana check.
Okay. Not gonna be good. 16 plus 0. 16.
You do not get the sense of any otherworldly beings around you. Nothing supernatural, nothing out of place.
I think this might be a buzz, guys. Like, obviously something bad has happened, but then failing. I guess we could poke around and see if there's any kind of secret door or something.
I'm gonna pull the helmet out, see if anything happens.
Oh yeah, Sarah, can I grab the helmet out of the
Yeah, sure.
bag?
It's a
And
backpack.
I'll
You
remove
reach
the
in and you,
helmet and
as long as you know what you're looking for, you pull it out.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and try to pull the helmet out and see if it's
Okay. Tercel, I need you to roll a percentage dice for me, just the straight percentage, no add-on.
that is a 70.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, you're able to pull that helmet out with no problem.
No weird vibrations or anything.
No, nothing happens when you pull it out. You're not,
Huh.
it doesn't like trigger any ghosts or anything, if you're wondering, but no, the percentage was for something else, though.
Hmm.
So who's gonna buy me a beer if I put this helmet on right now? That's my question to you. Like, I've been wanting to wear this helmet since the minute I found it, and I just need like a little bit of a push to.
Yeah, sure.
You gonna buy me a beer?
I'll totally buy you a beer. I dare you
Okay,
to put on the helmet.
Now,
that is
I
all I
will
needed to hear.
a little side gaming here, Tercel. Maybe check your inventory real quick.
For the fly. Oh yeah, I'm gonna check my inventory. What am I looking for?
Inventory.
Oh, I don't know. Just tell me what you have in your inventory. Maybe something that was bought for you at the end.
What got bought? What is that motion? Oh, do I have the flask? Are you talking the flask?
Want the
That
mug?
what got bought for me at the end?
Yeah, I bought you the mug.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a
The
bottomless mug.
Yeah. Well, it's once a day, so it's and you have not
Yeah.
used it, so if
It
you
is
need a
every
little
day.
liquid courage, you could always try
Well,
that.
It
I
was
didn't
more for
need the
the
courage
dare.
so much as I needed I needed an incentive. I I need to trick my brain into doing something a little scary.
I mean, you don't know what's gonna happen. You may as well chug it now.
I'm okay without the alcohol. I just want to know that I've got a reason to put this helmet on in case it
Okay.
teleports me to another dimension and kills me or
Because
something.
it's
Oh, okay.
cool. That's why.
Yeah, it's like it's been real nice traveling with you guys, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm putting this helmet on straight up. I hope it fits, but I just want to see what happens when I look through the eyes of this thing.
All right, so you put it on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a little bit of a tight fit. The person's head was a little bit smaller than yours.
Hmm.
Um, that's about it. It's a helmet,
is this a
Hmm.
full face?
full face plate.
So you guys are gonna hear kind of a muffled like a, well, this thing's comfortable, but I don't really see anything going on in here.
Aw, bummer.
You look badass in it.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Well,
You look pretty
maybe
intimidating.
maybe I'll leave it on for a little bit then.
All right, guys. I
Hmm.
think it was a bust.
Yeah, I
Check
think so
out that
too.
mound.
All right.
Yeah, I guess we're in darkness. We could give the mound a good tossing.
You
All
see?
right.
Maybe I'll give
So we're
Negan some
sneaking our way back out.
courage.
All right, so yeah, you guys slip back out the hallway, up the stairs, out the front church doors, and out to the cemetery. You climb the wall to get back to the mound. No one sees you. Still really dark. It is about 3 a.m. ish now, though, so dawn will be coming soon. So,
I'm disappointed that I didn't see any book that regarded the necklace.
Where was the priest? If those are his sleeping quarters, where was he at? It's at night. He should be in bed.
Should be.
Good question.
Hmm. Anyways, to the mound.
Maybe we could ask Negan to find him. And we'll follow.
Hmm.
Where do you think that's gonna? I mean, we definitely
Got
could.
good news. He's
I'm
got
Hmm.
still
good news.
pretty sus on this priest, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd say it's 50-50. Either we fully open this mound up, or we go on a Scooby Doo mission for this priest.
I'll say Scooby Doo it.
Scooby Doo it. Ophelia, how do you feel?
Scooby Doo it.
All right,
all right. Um,
give that dog a Scooby snack.
have Negan roll with advantage. And let's call it perception.
I say keen hearing. Advantage on wisdom checks for hearing and smell.
Yeah, so perception.
So 11.
All right. So as you think about this, you kind of quickly look around before you guys left the church, and you grab a small piece of fabric that kind of has the scent of the priest on it. You tell Negan to find him. You guys follow him as he kind of goes out to the farmland area, sniffing around, and you guys come across an old farmhouse, and there is a candle lit. It's only like a one story farmhouse, but you can tell like there's a couple rooms in it, and there's a candle lit with towards one of the back rooms.
So I'm gonna sneak around, peek in that back room,
All right, roll a stealth check.
which we still have that.
No, it's only
Unless it's
how
been over an hour.
yeah, it's been over an hour.
9.
9. You make your way stealthily, but unfortunately, that window's taller than you are.
I can climb on Negan.
Well, then you'd have to have Negan roll a stealth check too, for him to have made it all the way to the window.
10.
He makes it. All right. Give me a athletics check for climbing him up on top of him.
17.
All right. So yeah, you climb up and you look in the window. Investigation.
10.
10. All right. So yeah, as you peer in the window, this room is fairly lit by this very dim candle. Um, your eyes adjusting to a little bit of candlelight, you do see the priest and a rather naked, youngish but adult woman engaged in some late night activities.
Damn.
And I'm like, oh, that's a thing.
Priest's getting it
And
on.
I head to where Tersal and Ophelia are at and let them know.
All right.
So,
Is there any identifying like a mailbox or something that would tell us whose house is it? His house?
No, there's
Nothing.
no markers. They don't have mailboxes.
is there
No
anything in that
stained
rule
glass
book
windows.
about priests having,
I doubt
sex?
she is married to him.
Is she though?
So I guess we know why the priest wasn't hanging out in his quarters.
The lady
Yo.
look familiar.
Roll a knowledge check. Test your memory if you've seen her at all.
That's wisdom or
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, you've seen her. She served you food.
She was the one telling us to get away. Don't go to the church.
Yeah.
Don't go to the graveyard.
Um,
Mm,
how frog are we feeling today, guys? Do we want to make ourselves known,
I want to
or
call
do
him
we?
out on his bullshit so bad.
yeah.
Right.
But that's because, yeah.
Man, I don't know what to do here. We haven't really found anything
I mean,
about
I'm
anything. We
gonna
just
knock
know.
on her door.
I'm
Be
gonna
like,
go to.
this
Can
note
I go
that
to
you
the
gave me,
back of the
what's this
house?
about? I'm
Wow.
gonna.
Well, there is no back door, just so you know,
Damn it.
Ophelia. You would be back by the window where you could watch the show. Which, we're finding out that you're a furry and a voyeur in one
No!
episode.
Monks these days.
Hey, they have to have
God!
that patience to be zen and watch.
Right. They're
Yep,
not
that's
Jedi,
right.
They've got conflicts too.
Oh,
No, I'm gonna.
This is all canon now, just so you know.
fuck no. Fuck no.
No, I'm.
Oh, hell no.
Here, how about
Not a
this?
furry.
We're gonna
Not a
find we're
furry.
gonna find out right now.
Do
D
not make me a furry. Oh my
D20 versus
God.
D20 no modifier for furry.
Aww. She could choose if she's a furry or not.
Oh, cunt.
What'd you get?
Mm-mm.
What'd you get? I got a 1. You're not a furry.
Wow.
Now,
By the skin of your teeth.
now roll again to see if you're a voyeur.
I got a 14.
I got a 17.
Oh,
So you do like to watch, but you're not a
she
furry.
likes a good show.
I like a good show, but thank God I'm not a fucking furry.
Hey, nothing against
I'm not.
furries.
I'm not
Right.
kink shaming. I'm not kink shaming. It's not my cup of tea.
Anyways, I'm knocking on the door. My pretense will be inquiring with her why she's warning us.
Actually, so right before she does this and be like, so I don't think I tipped that lady. Let's go in with a little bit of caution, and we wanted to make sure we got her money. That just, I've got a little priest in me, so I'd like to
So does she.
have a good story. Oh
She
God. Oh no. What have I done?
Phrasing?
So I'll have
I
the story ready. I'll have a gold in my palm ready. Be like,
I
oh,
tipped her really well, so
well, I didn't tip her for the beers. So
oh, you're an
so so
asshole.
so Tersel's got a semi-convincing story for whatever's about to go down.
Right. So you guys knock on the door, and after a few minutes, um, she opens the door. Ophelia, are you at the back of the house still?
Oh yeah, no, I'm the window being the voyeur weirdo.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing you're there because while she's opening the door, taking her time opening it, the priest is slipping out the back window there.
I'm like, well, hi, fancy meeting you here.
So
Such a small
we're gonna
world.
split this into two. We'll start out with Tercel and Sarah and the barmaid who has a loose strap shawl around her.
Hmm.
But good evening. Hey, so I didn't get a chance. We got interrupted with the whole headless thing. Didn't get a chance to give you your tip. I just wanted to make sure you got paid for the delightful service you gave us. What was your name again?
She looks at you and she goes, Isabella.
Ah,
Ah.
And that name rings a bell to me.
yeah.
Mm.
So I'll just immediately offer the gold and try to keep with my story.
All right. At the same time, you've caught the priest now slipping out the window. What are you
Mhm.
doing, Ophelia?
I'm gonna pull my staff, kind of poke him, like, where are you going? What's up with this?
He clearly seems shocked that he's been caught, but the level of shock seems a lot more than what you would think it would be. Roll a perception check.
15.
You feel this wave of coldness,
Ah, fuck.
and you hear the crunching of two heavy footsteps behind you.
Oh no.
As you turn, this man in a cloak with no head raises an axe and starts towards the priest.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna start screaming for Sarah and Tercel.
All right, so at that moment,
Oh my god!
you guys hear Ophelia scream. What are you guys doing?
I'm running back there
Yeah, running.
for sure.
All right, so
That's
you guys run around the corner, and you see Ophelia, you see the priest, and then you see the headless horseman come, his axe raised. As you turn the corner, he swings. The priest's head falls off and rolls across the ground. It
Yes!
lands in front of Sarah's feet, face up. So you just see this look of shock and horror at this is final moments.
So I
What
guess
do you guys want to do?
he didn't have nothing to do with this guy, I guess.
Yeah. Are you sure you're still not afflicted with the fox's cunning? Because that was pretty.
That was smart. Good job, Ophelia.
Um, do I still have the helmet on?
I
I
was
don't think I.
wondering that too
Oh,
when we were
Oh
skating.
yeah, you do.
You
You
totally still
do.
have the fucking helmet on.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Oh
Um,
god.
so
Oh
not
no.
knowing what's about to happen, Tersel's in full gonna protect my friend. I'm gonna have my race mace ready to go, shield in hand, looking to just get in between Ophelia and the headless horseman.
So as you start moving that way, you see that he doesn't even care about Ophelia. He turns and starts walking towards the head of the priest.
Oh, why? Why do you want the head, buddy?
I'm like,
Um,
because
how
I'm
should we?
standing right there.
Where? So actually, wait a second. If you don't have a head, where the hell's his head?
Yeah.
Good question. What could I do here? Um, can I try to cast Speak with the Dead with him? with the headless horseman?
I would say you could try, but
He
I
has
will
a
tell you he
skull.
doesn't have a head.
Oh, right.
Uh,
That's kind of important.
I mean, yet he doesn't have a head yet. He's gonna pick one up.
Hmm.
Oh man, I don't know what to do. Um.
I'm trying to
So
figure out.
so in terms of how close is he to the head now?
He's about a foot away from it, and the head's right in front of Sarah's feet. Like I said, he doesn't care about you or Ophelia at all. It seems like he's going for the head.
And getting a closer look, how's his armor looking? Does it look like my helmet?
It is definitely a plate armor, but it's definitely been rusted and pitted as if it had been buried.
Oh, really?
Mm,
Buried? We're digging up a mound, guys?
So I look into Sarah like, don't touch that fucking head. Let's just maybe let this happen, and we need to reevaluate our strategy because I think we are hinging on this priest being
well, he was
something
that.
important.
Yeah.
100%. But I was kind of thinking maybe he was the guy controlling
Behind it.
our big headless
Yeah.
badass here. What do you think about following this guy?
I don't
I
know
mean,
what you mean.
he might have
If
a
we
horse here in a
can.
second, but
Yeah. Say sure if we can.
I wonder if Negan could keep up with it. Um, yeah, what do we want to do here, guys? I
Let
think
him
the
get.
dumbest thing we could do right now would be grab that head.
Ophelia?
Well,
Mm.
Sarah's like
I
thinking
mean,
about putting
yeah,
her foot
Sarah's
on it.
Sarah's gonna win that foot race more than we are.
Yeah, I'm thinking about putting my foot on it. And,
I
I
mean,
would,
but he
if it
has
were
no way of
me, I
communicating.
would be punting it, but that's different.
I don't think I have.
I don't know what I'm doing. God damn.
I don't know.
Am I noticing as he's approaching me any emblems, symbols on him?
No,
Not burning
no.
his back.
Hmm.
To know what he's following, who has control of.
No.
I'm gonna yell at Mr. Headless and be like, wait. Why do you want his head?
No response, doesn't even
Damn
falter.
it.
At this
Okay,
point, he is.
sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
So how about I cast Speak of the Dead on the priest, and now that he knows he's dead, maybe he'd be willing to share more information with us.
All
Like,
right. What
do I
is
have
your
enough time to do
spell
that?
save DC? And what? Yeah,
Uh,
what is the casting time for speak?
the casting time is one action.
Okay, so yeah, that.
Duration's 10 minutes. Spell save DC is a 15.
All right, let's see if he resists. 18. Yeah, he resists, so the spell doesn't work.
Okay,
That would have
that
been
would have
funny.
that would have been really fucking cool.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I don't know.
I guess.
I'm gonna run at him and jump on his back.
All right.
I
Oh, man, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
now.
Let me get out the battle book.
Happy. Oh no! Wait! Maybe I changed my mind. I'm gonna die.
Well, we might all be dying here.
Well,
So
she didn't kick the head, so somebody needs to do something, and you're trying to talk to him, so I'm like, I'll just try to stop him.
If you want to grapple him, that's on you.
No, not really. Oh God, no.
so as Ophelia is getting ready to just run, I put my hand up, be like, just no, Lo. We don't
Yeah,
have it.
you can
Let's
see me
just let
getting
this.
like I'm doing the kitty cat
Yeah.
butt wiggle,
Be
like
like,
I'm
don't
ready
you
to
fucking
pounce.
think about it. Just give it
Don't
a
you
second.
fucking dare!
We'll get him on the next one. We do not
I'm
want
ready to
this
like.
fight.
Mm.
We need to reevaluate our strategy. Let's let him have this head. We can rule out the priest from future discussions on evil. Like,
Okay, so we know it's not the priest.
right? Let's let him do his thing. Let's go talk to Isabel and see what she knows.
Well, let's make sure he leaves first.
All right,
Well,
She
yeah.
was a sinner
by this
too.
time,
Like she
yes,
could have been a sinner.
he has reached down and grabbed the head.
Uh-huh.
He turns and starts to walk away, and you guys hear the footsteps of his steed coming. He mounts the
Aw.
steed, and it goes off into the night.
Bye, horsey.
So she didn't attack them?
No, she decided not to.
No.
I
As
had
you
to grab
guys,
her.
Tercel said,
Tercel
"Don't you
withheld her.
fucking dare."
As you guys go back around to the front of the house to talk with Isabella,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's
With
no longer
Isabel.
there.
Damn it!
The door to her
Where'd she
house is open.
Where'd she go?
So playing the horrible actor I am, I'm gonna walk in and be like, Isabella, are you
Oh
in
my.
here? And just walk right into her fucking house. And assuming I don't see her, we're gonna case this entire house and look for clues.
All right, so I think the tile's somewhere on it. Yeah.
And then metagaming, I'm thinking back to that Sleepy Hollow movie and like, oh yeah,
Yeah, the
didn't
first.
somebody have sex and mark people for death after that? Like, sounds awfully familiar. Hmm.
I'll be right back.
I am gonna tell Tersal about the letter that I found. So it was for Isabella. But that paper is probably 150 years old. So maybe
Oh right.
she's a bad person.
Where do we find that letter?
In the one bedroom.
Oh right.
In the nightstand.
Oh yeah, the mother or some family said, "Hope you
Yeah.
are well."
Hope you are well.
Oh dear.
And we found that box that goes to the necklace in the one room down there in a heavily locked armoire.
Right. Yeah, that's weird. Cause the room we found the letter in hadn't been used in a while.
Right.
So it makes you wonder if maybe she shared a name or if this was the same Isabella. Maybe she was named after.
Right. She could have been named after somebody. It doesn't necessarily
Right.
mean it's the same as Bella, but
Yeah.
I'm sure Isabella was a very common name.
Right.
All right, so you guys enter the house. And there's a hallway There's one door off to the right, and then a further far up, there's a doorway that leads to the left. It is very dark in this house. You can kind of see, but I'd say it is a little restricted.
I'm looking for a living room, study, for books.
Well, right now, you would be in what like a mudroom foyer type thing.
Right. So I'm
Is there
looking
anything?
in the rooms for a room that would have books.
Well, from where you are, you can't see anything because, like I said, it's a hallway.
So Tersel's gonna cast light on his mace and hold it up. The time for subterfuge is gone. We need to play catch up a little bit. I think we've fallen behind, and he'll hold his mace up to illuminate everything in the hallway.
Okay, so the hallway goes down, and then there is a door that leads off to the left. Right where you guys are standing is a door that leads to the right. What way would you like to look?
From imagination, the peeping tom window was
In
back
the
and to
back,
the right.
very back bedroom. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, it'd be my left, but yeah, right where she's pointing.
gotcha. Um, Tersel wants to start there. I mean, that's where people and things were, so maybe that's where hidden stuff's at.
All right, so you walk down the hallway, you turn, go down, and there's another little hallway. So there's two doors. One leads towards the back of the house. One leads towards the front of the house. You open the door and you see a bed. Blankets are really messed up, obviously. There are some clothing on the ground, definitely females' clothing that were discarded. Other than that, there's nothing else in this room. You can't see out of the window, and you know from looking out that window that that's where the priest's body is.
But nothing else. No
No,
wardrobes or tables.
nothing that you see. If you want to roll for investigation to really search the room,
Yeah, we're going full. We're going full Scooby Doo. Oh no, we're not. Jesus.
so you're going Scrappy Doo. Got it.
Yeah, no, I didn't eat my Scooby snack. That's a 5 for investigation.
Yeah, you really don't see anything else other than what I already described.
I walk into the room, it's across the hall.
All right. So yeah, you enter what would be kind of a living area. There's a bookshelf. There is a couch. It is very rotted, and the shelves and stuff. You smell like decay in this house. And as you guys look around, you'll notice that the whole house is very old and falling apart. There are definite cracks in the walls from years of neglect.
I'm looking for a book. 14.
The bookshelf doesn't have any books on it. It does have little glass bottles, a dead rat, the one little table that's in there next to the couch. There is a human skull on it. But other than that, there's no reading materials or anything in this room.
She don't like live here.
I
Ew.
mean, this is totally
See,
normal
this
for
is
a
like
barmaid to have.
the medieval
Dead rats and skulls.
witch's
Okay.
house. That's what I'm getting.
Yep.
Decor vibe.
Why are priests hanging out in
Yeah.
witch houses?
Not just hanging out, they're like getting it on.
Right.
Oh, he was hanging it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I go in to the bedroom and ask Tersal, have you seen anything?
There's evidence in there, but I don't know what DNA stands for or how to measure it. But I,
I'm
I
looking
didn't
for a
see
book.
I didn't see anything else of any revealing. Anything in that room?
Think witch, skulls, bottles and vials of liquid, dead rat.
You notice that this house kind of looks old and
Not lived in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hella real.
I'm
This
gonna look
this
around
is
the
not good.
bedroom for a book.
All right, roll investigation.
Maybe.
What are you doing up here?
I am also perusing the house.
I got a 22.
22. Yeah, there's nothing else in this room. Yeah, you do pick up the articles of clothing and give them a look at them. They are rather skimpy undergarments, and they appear very old.
No.
Victoria's had this secret for a very long time.
I go and I search out Ophelia to see what she's found.
So they've already been in this room. The other room is book free.
You guys haven't went into the one room that's off to the right.
Okay. I'm gonna wander into there
All
while
right.
they're in the other room.
Roll a perception check.
Is 14.
14. This looks to be like a kitchen and dining area and wash area all in one. There is a what looks like a bathtub that you would fill up with hot water and drain out in one corner. It is chipped, like there's a big crack in it. Uh, the kitchen table is worn. The tablecloth on it is basically just threadbare fabric at this point. There's some rotten fruit sitting on the table. The
Yeah.
counters are like warped from age and water. Uh, you see that there are some possibly rat droppings. You hope they're rat droppings.
Yeah.
Um, none of the cabinet doors are like will shut all the way because they're just warped from time and use. So
Yeah.
Ophelia, you find anything?
Nope, nothing of consequence.
What you doing, Tersal?
I'm kind of making my way back to the door. Like, there's nothing really indicating anything about this house other than the remnants of the priest's passion or whatever. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Assuming this was the barmaid's house, like, I don't know, man. I don't think
It
anyone's
doesn't
really.
look like she lives here. This is
Yeah.
something. Do you think maybe they just met here?
Those 90 outfits are like 100 years dated.
Oh,
They're not anything we would wear today.
Can we try to find her then? Like find out where she went to then?
Could try.
I'm gonna do an investigation of this room.
all right.
Still looking for a book. Nat 20.
You don't see any books at all, but you do notice over by the cracked bathtub that there are a few floorboards that look like they may come up. They don't sit perfectly flat with the rest of the floor, even though the floor is warped itself. These seem out of place.
I'm pulling him up.
So you pull them up, and underneath there, you find a stone with inscription on it. You cannot make it out, though.
Tersal, come take this. Take a look at this.
What's that?
You can read it.
We can give it a shot.
It'd be an Arcana roll.
Nope. That is a 2.
It looks like Ghibli got to you.
My God, I don't know. Looks like a stone to me. And
I have no. None of that.
just going to kind of hand it back to Sarah. I'd like to go back to the priest corpse and see if I can find that hunter's mark on him while I'm thinking about it.
Ooh, smart.
So, Churchill, you go around to the corpse there and you're searching through it. Um, he doesn't have a hunter's mark, and even though you smell the copper blood from him, you also smell lilacs.
So I take this
And
stone
Oh,
tablet.
lilacs.
I put it in my bag. That was the only thing that was under the floorboards.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back out with Chersol. I smell
have you
lilacs
smelled
too.
lilac at all, or?
I don't.
Lilacs would be something you guys would have smelled in the nature. So, I mean, it's a
Right.
common plant.
Yeah.
So,
Not like it was super reeking in the house.
oh no, it's not reeking in the house. It's just that when you smell him, it's like he has like a lilac cologne scent almost to him.
Uh,
So will I smell that too?
If you investigate the body, yeah. Tursel's touching him and smelling him, so he's right up on the body.
Does he say that? I just smell
Yeah, I
it?
explained that I'm looking for the hunter's mark, but this guy smells pretty good for a priest that, um, you
I'm
know,
just wondering if I
lived a
would
pretty simple
why
life.
he would smell like lilac, possibly on a druidic level.
No,
No. Okay.
no, the reasoning is not a genetic thing.
Like lilac, huh? So I'm gonna take this tablet back to the doctor, have him look at it.
Yeah, I don't think we're
Other
gonna
than
get
that,
much
I don't know
here.
what we can do here.
yeah.
We need to tell the doctor another body to collect too.
Yep, actually, yeah. We do.
Yeah, I mean, it's well after 3 in the morning. It'll be daylight soon. Maybe we could talk to Isabella at the tavern if we see her again.
Find out where she went. Yeah.
All right. So you guys make your way back to town to the doctor's house. You knock on the door, and the door opens. The doctor's there. You explain about the dead body. So he doesn't seem shaken by it at all. You say you want to present that stone to him.
Yes, I
All
want
right.
him to tell me about the stone.
He looks at it. You see him wave his hand over it a couple times, and you guys watch as his building and the room you guys are all in transform into an elegant states room.
Love.
And he waves his hand again, and it goes back to normal. He tells you this is a simple glamour spell.
Huh.
So probably when the priest showed up, the house did not look like it looked.
This whole town's looking pretty stinking clean for people dealing with marauding headless horsemen.
We need to find Isabella, I think, because she's not telling us everything.
Does the doc know not the origin of the magic, but like what kind of magic it is? Is it witchcraft? Is it holy? Is it magical?
He looks at you and goes, this is definitely kind of the magic that a hag would use. It's almost fey, but it's darker than normal fey.
And I look at the doctor like, how much darker can you get things?
And he goes, Shadow Realm dark.
Well, I got good news, Doc. It wasn't the priest.
He chuckles.
Bad news is we got something else going on. You ever go to the tavern? You ever talk to the barkeep, Isabella?
No, I don't frequent the establishments in this area.
Are you aware of a lady, a youngish lady in town named Isabella?
No, I'm not.
Where were you on the night I'm shook?
Where were you 3 hours ago?
Right. Well, so the story we've got so far is that Sarah touched the necklace, saw a vision of somebody getting like girls getting tortured in the basement of the priest's place. We found a number of different trials for witchcraft over the last 250 years, all marked guilty for witchcraft. Assume those are probably related. We found another room with a letter to Isabel wishing her good luck or I hope you're okay or something.
Yeah, hope you're well.
But we never really saw any evidence of any of those girls other than the giant mound with bones and burnt wood and this necklace.
Mhm.
But then we found the case for the necklace in like the most secure wardrobe of all time.
Right, it was the only thing in there.
And then you've told us the whole story about your vision and all that stuff. Like, so who was the one that was?
I don't know who it was, who I was.
Okay, we don't know who that was. Okay.
Like, I know I was female.
But where do we know
You
the
and
Isabella name from?
who all
The
I
other
was.
Isabella.
So that room that we both failed to investigate, Sarah found a letter to Isabella in that room. The brittle parchment that she put in a book.
But it was broken up, but we couldn't really tell what it said all. Right?
It
Just just like her family wishing her
Yeah.
whatever. um,
Well, is it morning yet?
Oh yeah, it was morning by the time you guys showed up. It's probably about 5:30, 6 a.m. now.
You feel a little parched, Tercel? Maybe a little hungry?
yeah, I could go for some refreshments.
Go hit a tavern early, have the breakfast.
I'm gonna take this helmet off too.
You've been waiting for it.
Yeah, I'll take it off. I'll have it under my shoulder. I'm not ready to give it up just yet. So.
Alright, so we head back to the tavern.
All right, so as you guys step out of the doctor's house, I want you all to roll a perception check.
Doggo too?
No, doggo, it doesn't matter. Just the humanoids.
18.
Dirty 20.
That is a 10.
All right, so as you all step out and you look down the street towards where the tavern should be, you guys notice that all the buildings in this town have been burned to the ground. All that's just there are skeletal remains of the buildings. And it wasn't recent.
Hold up.
It has been spirits fucking with us this entire time, Tersal.
Alright, what about the doctor? Is he still behind us? Turn around.
As you guys turn around, the doctor's house is gone.
Mother cunt.
Do we still have the stone with us? The
No.
clamor.
Gave it to him. I think. I don't know. Did anybody pick it back up? Because it was. I didn't.
Nope, none of you did.
Well then.
Son of a bitch. Where'd he
We're
go?
not getting paid.
We're like 0 for 3 on these things.
We just got shafted by ghosts.
I think so.
Let's not say that too loud. They're still kind of in control here.
Okay, now Ophelia has to roll to see if she likes to be shafted by ghosts.
Oh, no.
Oh, shoot.
I'm looking
I got
to see if
a
I have
11.
a
I got a 12.
Good word.
I look in my bag, see if the box with the necklace in it is still there.
It is not.
No, Peach's necklace is gone.
I hate being fucked with.
Well, at least you don't get
I
shattered
mean,
by ghosts.
So do you think we nailed it then? Was it Isabella was a hag witch and she was controlling the headless horseman? Did we ever have a chance of doing anything with this,
I
or
want to know
is
where
this
this
just
Isabella chick went to, because this is bullshit.
a story explained to us via corpses?
I mean, obviously the town's still cursed, I think.
As you guys look around, you do see there is one building that is not burned down.
Yeah.
It is an old inn with a sign waving in the door. A one-floor inn.
Mm.
I'm gonna tap Sarah on the shoulder, like, still hungry?
Anger makes me hungry. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
If I
so
got more Scooby snacks.
as you guys enter the inn, you see the familiar old goblin shopkeep.
Oh, hey. That's a cool lady.
She smiles, says, "Welcome back, my friends." She reaches in her pocket and goes, "This came for you while you were gone," and hands you a letter, Sarah.
Oh.
I read said letter.
That doesn't look like a lot of gold.
The letter says, "Thank you for helping me finally get my revenge, Isabella." When you close the letter back up, you do see that the wax seal was the symbol of the doctor.
Ah, so the doctor.
The goblin lady then goes, "And this is for all of you?" And she deposits 3 bags of gold on the counter.
What was the
Hey.
contract?
Did she tell us this in the letter?
Oh yeah, I read it out loud.
Okay. Oh.
So Tercel's gonna kind of lovingly put his hand on Sarah's shoulder and be like, and this is why you always tip your waitress.
You forgot to.
Yeah, you were the one who did tip.
Motherfucker.
Hey, I made up for it. I had good intentions, I just didn't follow through. That's all.
All right, so we were
Wow.
supposed to get 5,000 each, $2,000 bonus if we discover and remove the curse.
I don't know. Did we
I
accomplish
mean,
either of those?
we hope to get revenge, so yeah.
Yes, you guys did. You get full payment.
Oh, nice.
Anybody want
We
to
can
put
keep
any
the helmet.
gold in?
Wait, do I still have the helmet under my arm, or did it evaporate too? Dang it!
Ha! It
Man.
went.
Does anybody want to deposit money to the party funds?
How much did we get?
5K. I'm putting the 2K. That was the bonus as in the bank.
So altogether, you guys got $5,000, and then you got a 2K bonus for the group.
Tercel's gonna kind of just reach in one of the bags, grab a gold coin, kind of toss it, obviously to the goblin, and be like, I need some food and a beer. And he's gonna walk to the table and just like, he doesn't care about money at all.
As you go to walk to the table, you realize that the dining room's on the other side this time.
You just stop and be like,
Problem?
oh, what the fuck?
Change of the floor plan.
And like, not batting much more of an eye other than, yeah, that's weird. And then just keep heading to the table.
All right, so as you sit and have what turns out to be dinner, because it has grown late in the travels, you guys notice that, yeah, things seem to be fluxing in and out at the end. Doors that would be hidden. All of them. The lights still flickering on and off. As you finish your meals and with full bellies and tiredness head up to your rooms. You enter your rooms, and sitting on the nightstands of each of your rooms is a small pumpkin.
Aw.
And that is where we end today, guys. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Yay.
Halloween.
That was awesome.
That was
I
fun.
hate it when I get flashlight.
Well, if you guys were wondering, maybe you missed something, you did.
Yeah, I figured. Damn it.
If you guys had investigated after getting Isabella's name and then went to read the trials looking for her name, you would have found out something.
Ah.
Ah.
Damn.
You had all the clues at your fingertips, my friends. You just did not use
No.
them. And for those who are wondering why I had Tercel roll a percentile dice when he reached into the bag of holding,
Oh, yeah.
bags of holding are cursed. Inside every bag of holding in the entire universe is the Bagman. And the story of the Bagman is it was a adventurer who cowardly slid into the bag of holding to avoid being killed while the rest of the party was killed. He was trapped forever in them, and now he searches for a way out. So you have a chance of always being pulled in by the Bagman or him escaping at night sometimes. So
Yeah.
yeah, Shebe actually knows about that because in our other game, the bag of holding actually the Bagman did crawl out one night because someone decided to talk to the thing that was saying hello.
Oh.
Wow.
The smartest part.
Never talk to this. Never do that. That's bad. Even in real life, don't do
No.
that.
No.
No.
Some inanimate objects has a voice. Yeah, you don't talk to it.
All right. Well, that was a long one shot. So,
Fun.
like I said, if you guys wanted the full story, yes, Isabella was the young maid that you were sucked into.
Okay.
She was also tortured and convicted of being a witch.
No.
And her spirit found that necklace and she was able to find the murderer, the man in armor, raise him as a headless horseman and kill the descendants of everyone who wronged her, her family, and the town, and then finally the priest. You guys would have been able to put that together if you had added your investigations together, but you guys just take things at face value. Let that be a lesson, children. Always put the pieces together. Scooby Doo that shit.
Need to work on our Scooby Doo.
We do need to work on our Scooby Doo.
All right. Well, like I said, there will be no D&D next week as we are doing the Extra Life stream on Saturday, November 2nd. All this week, I will be doing a different horror game on my streams, Monday through Friday, as we'll possibly be back this week
Yeah.
Yeah.
with some kind of fun game.
Some.
Something.
What?
Yes.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I'm going to go see if there's anyone to raid out to real quick. You guys can say your goodbyes.
Yeah.
Remember
guys.
to go out and vote.
Oh yeah. Don't
Important.
forget to vote.
Everyone's
Do the
The
vote.
next
voice
weekend's
matters.
daylight savings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fall back.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah. Your voice matters. Your vote counts.
Yes.
All that fun stuff.
Yes. Everybody vote, please. Please vote.
All right, we're gonna raid out to Axelmat, and yes, like Shebe said, make sure you, if you are in the United States, go out and vote. It is very important that you get your voice out there. Have a safe Halloween from all of us here at the Zombieland Studios and out there in the world. Be safe. Remember, no one loves your kids enough to give them drugs, so fuck off with that. Get your candy, eat your candy. Happy Halloween. Let's go visit Axelmat.
That's funny.
That's. I hate it when I don't get all the clue.
Aw.
Didn't realize I had to go back.
Yeah. It's alright. We should have gone. We should have.
Well, we were hoping we could open that
Yeah.
that torture chamber and see something cool.